Oh, hello, you beautiful nerds. Fancy meeting you here. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love.
And we may get drunk while we do it.
Yes, mostly drunk. Always mandatory, but I'm sorry, no, never mandatory, but always encouraged. Oh, God damn, now I'm just like changing up the rules. No, you have to get drunk while you watch this show. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host and brother Bill. How you doing?
How's it going, guys? It's your favorite cousin Bill, right here, right over to your left or your right, depending on how your screen's set up. And I don't know what's going on, but how are you doing, Alex?
Yeah, I'm doing tip top, man. Saw a couple movies over the weekend. One was pretty good. One was fucking terrible.
Awesome.
So I'm now excited to talk about two really good shows today. Obviously, this is the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we're live every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Today, we have a really great show for you. We're talking about FX's Shōgun Finale. We're talking about X-Men 97, Episode 7. And as always, we're talking shit.
That's right. Come on and get on in here and get in this chat with us, talk with us. If you're watching at Nerds at Night or if you're watching at the Drunk Banthas channel. And we're also streaming live on the social media formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, I like that. It's very, very Prince vibes.
Yeah.
the social media use formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah,
I like that more than what it's actually called.
Yeah, it's on website, social media formerly known as Twitter, drunk_Banthas. If wherever you're watching from, we want to just say thank you. Appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share this with your auntie, share this with your grandmama, share it with your mama, share it with your daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, share it all around. It definitely helps out the channel when you guys share it with like-minded nerds. But before we get started, I want to remind you guys to tune into the Bantha Bunch live every Thursday night, hosted by your favorite cousin's favorite cousin. If you don't remember, we just said it's your boy right here.
It's me.
So excited to check that out. See what you guys are talking about this Thursday.
We're probably going to be talking about reindeer. What's it called?
Oh yeah, baby reindeer.
Baby reindeer.
Yeah, there's definitely been some scuttlebutt about that.
Baby reindeer is fucking wild. That's all I can say. I'm not saying whether I like it or not, but
you have to tune in to find out, guys.
Nigga. And look, the beautiful thing about Bantha Bunch, you don't really got to watch the documentary that we're talking about. Usually we talk about documentaries. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we talk about other stuff, but you never have to have watched all of it.
Yeah.
Or even watched it at all, because I'm going to watch it for you today. I mean, Thursday, we're not going to focus on documentaries so much as we're going to focus on what I guess is a documentary. Reindeer baby reindeer.
Reindeer baby.
Reindeer baby.
I like that.
Reindeer baby.
It's a new rapper from New Orleans. Looks like we got a guest coming on the show. It is first time. Oh no, it's not first time. Long time member of the Drunk Banthas. What's up, Kurt Wagner?
Just teleporting right on in, as I do.
First time. First time, long time. It's good to be here.
Baby reindeer. Watched that today. Holy heavy show.
Hey man, look, come on Thursday and talk about it, man. I'm gonna string that one out like a wet t-shirt.
Well,
okay?
Make sure you cover a real fun part of it. Never mind. It was in our Insta chat. I couldn't believe at first, and then when I actually thought about it, I was like, oh yeah, of course this bitch did this.
No, when y'all when y'all put that in the chat, that's when I went and watched all of it. I was like, all right, fuck it. These motherfuckers are talking about this fucking reindeer baby. I'm gonna have to watch reindeer.
Which
was really hard to find because it's not called Reindeer Baby.
It sure isn't. It's sure not. No.
It's sure not.
That's in fact correct. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's factually wrong.
And that thing that we're alluding to, which I'm sure you'll bring up on Thursday, is why it's important that it is not a documentary.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost a documentary though. It's damn close.
Oh yeah. Oh,
it's crazy.
That was rough to watch.
Yeah, guys, definitely check it out this Thursday.
In a different way than The Idol was rough to watch.
It's the fact of the matter is we just finished watching it, me and him both today. So I need the time to get away from it.
I need time to decompress. Yeah,
moments to just like watch some Disney cartoons and stuff. Just
I don't think I've smoked weed since I watched it. I'm about to smoke for the first time.
Well,
and I'm so happy. So, shout out to The View with Drew.
Loosely paraphrase part of it. Just afraid to drop acid, and that might be what comes up when you do.
Seriously. But we do want to make sure we welcome to the stage. We got our next contestant who wants to go through the gauntlet of conversation. It's producer T.
Oh! Is it producer T, or is it what's your Japanese name?
Producer Toranaga. That's what it is.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I have it written down somewhere because it's in one of my contracts that I signed, and the guy had my name and everything translated, but I was like, I don't know how to say that.
I just want to say something. I would normally not do this, and normally I would probably delete this. Or actually,
I don't know what's coming, but I already love it.
Normally, Morgan would probably have deleted this comment, but Morgan's not with us today because he's not. I don't want to sound like that, right? But
that sounded like he's
not going to be in the chat today. So I just want to read this because The View with Drew. I'm not posting this up, but The View with Drew says, "Hey everyone, what's up? Excellent." Why would you literally? I'm reading it and you just clicked away from it.
Oh, so my bad. All right.
The fuck is that? Hey,
that's his way of saying learn your lines.
Goddamn, right? The View with Drew says, "Hey everyone, what's up? Excellent news. My channel has hit 1,005 subscribers. Congratulations, dog. I'm gonna tell you something, a little secret on YouTube. Your subscribers list is like your fantasy football team. Don't nobody want to hear it."
Yeah. Thank you, Drew. I just would like to say thank you, Drew, for the comment. And I would just like to
go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go.
Sorry, Drew. You just fell a victim to the fact that we just got that drop on here today. We had to have a reason to use that motherfucker. But yes, you're a good sport. Shout out to you, Drew. NerdsatHighlights jumping in. First comment I think it may have had on anything. Let's go. NerdsatHighlights. Go follow NerdsatHighlights since we've given out. Now, that's all the channel highlights. I mean, channel shout outs. I'm giving it today.
Yeah, right? Yeah, we're going to give them.
Well, I'll give a personal shout out, although she's not able to be here tonight. KirstYn, man, every time I see that NerdsatHighlights logo, fucking love it.
Yeah, right. It's bombdiggity.com. By the way, that's the reason I said that's the only one I'm shouting out. Because that's ours. Go check that out, guys. NerdsatHighlights. You can check guys like us, gals like KirstYn, kicking a bobo, doing some good things. I'm pretty sure it's just chopped up stuff.
It's more shorts and highlights from a lot of the content that's from Nerds at Night and Drunk Banthas. So yeah, definitely go ahead and check that out. If you got,
it'll be in the bottom later, I guess. Because I don't think I put it in there.
Yeah. We'll add into the video description.
Gentlemen, I hate to be crass, but I must know: are we here to talk about the greatest show that has ever aired on FX? Or we're not here to talk about the greatest show that has aired on FX? I find this is a pregnancy and a disgust that we're taking so much time to get to Shogun.
You know what? We will definitely get to Shogun in just a moment, but I'm glad that you're here, T, because I just want to make my weekly announcement. Guys, we're on May the 4th, Star Wars Day. We got we have Dune Part 2 versus Star Wars a video that's dropping, where I'm gonna go have a deep dive on both Empire Strikes Back and Dune Part 2 to see which one is better. And also, we have a campaign going where we're trying to get Dune Day, a real national holiday. It's
May thy ninth. Chip and shatter.
You gotta say it with some enthusiasm.
I did.
May thy ninth Chip and Shatter. Oh man, let's make it happen, guys. Shout out in the comments if you think that May Thy Ninth Chip and Shatter is cornier than May the 4th.
You gotta sell spatulas that say May Thy Ninth Chip and Shatter. It's etched into the metal.
Yeah, and then you can do this like right before you make some eggs,
like the one Jeff just pulled up. We just do that.
Yeah,
I think this big boy would be better.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
You could be the Messiah of making eggs.
You could be the Messiah of making eggs.
Yeah, or because it's holy.
Oh, look at that! You're holier than thou.
Oh, rim shot. Yeah, that's definitely more appropriate. But let's stop pissing Terry off in more ways than one.
I think you mean T-Sama.
Oh, sorry, T-Sama. Let's talk about what we're talking about. Let's get into the finale of Shogun. This was an interesting episode. Like I think I speak for everyone when I say that I really enjoyed it. But let's do initial thoughts.
I liked it. T. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, I'd give the finale about an 8 out of 10. Probably wasn't like the best finale it could have had. Like episode 9 was way better, but a lot of shows kind of do that where the 9th episode is like way better than the 10th one. So I think they could have pulled out a couple more showstoppers than that. Than like what we really got was kind of like a fantasy where he was just like, in a couple months, we'll go to war and then we'll be on the battlefield and then he'll get a note and be like, ha, you're stupid looking. And but I was like, dang, I kind of wanted the battle. I was like expecting like hordes of troops to like just show up at Ishido's castle in Osaka at one point. So I would say the finale kind of left me wanting more, but if we're gonna judge it off the whole season also, then I still say it was a really good show. It's a solid 8.5 out of 10 for shows to come out.
Definitely. You can leave it right there for a hot second because today we are only talking about 2 television shows, and because we were in an accelerated program with this show conversation-wise all season because Hulu users can get it early, and we were basically trying to run through it before the shit premiered. So we will get a little bit more time with it today, just so you guys know, and because I know there's people out there who be like, "Damn, y'all don't talk about Shogun enough. Y'all hate Japanese people." But the fact of the matter is, we don't hate Japanese people. We hate time.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting into the nitty and the gritty, like talking about the season as a whole.
We literally have our own secret hideaway.
Actually, Kurt, I want to get your initial thoughts, but just to producer T, your point, a lot of shows do this where, yeah, totally,
where they called this shit poo.
But yeah, like like in Game of Thrones, the Red Wedding was like the penultimate episode of that season. It wasn't like the final episode. It's like a lot of shows do that where it's a huge thing happens and you kind of need like a denouement, like to just like, okay, let's
a breather.
Yeah,
we'll take a breath.
I've never had
and get ready for next season.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, if you go to New Orleans, you can get a denouement for real cheap.
Is that like a colon cleanse?
It had a lot of good intrigue as always. Like through this whole episode, I was kind of like, this show's kind of slow, but
hold on, Alex, see, that's why Alex should just let me do the stroll that I was running on, because that's how we get running off the tracks. Kurt Wagner, Jeff, how did you feel about this episode?
Didn't watch it.
Damn, we should have chose you first.
No. Of course I watched it. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good episode. I agree with producer T-Sama that I was prepped for more action, which we obviously got last episode, but with what they left off, I was amazed with how high tension and how much they kept my attention the entire episode that has no action in it. For a very obviously dialogue and politics heavy episode, they still kept me engaged the entire time, and I was really impressed with that.
Yeah, the engagement level was high. I agree that I did. Let's just talk about the ending. I know that's not usually how breakdowns go, but this ain't that kind of show, baby. We're gonna talk about the most pertinent parts first and work our way down to what we would consider
things
our
we
favorite.
Remember. If it ain't on my mind, it wasn't important. So
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So we go get to the stuff that we got to get off our chest first. So, Terry was mentioning we didn't get really any like closure. You know, we know what happened to Toranaga's real life character, and he was successful. So I guess in a way they didn't feel like it was necessary to have to show that. I don't know if they had to show that if they went through that in the book, but maybe we should interview somebody who has to do something to do with the book.
we should interview someone who was there.
Yeah, we should do that. My grandmother.
We should interview somebody who read the book.
My grandmother's no longer here, but she could have told us.
Who's got the time to read that book?
Yeah, no, exactly. We should talk to somebody who's already read the book. But
yeah, guys, put in the comments if you have read the book. It's obviously a very popular book.
I don't think the comments would be very
anybody else.
Today.
I'll give you points if you've read 4 chapters in the book. I'm not even saying finish. I just want to see anything. Right? It's like 700 pages.
What's his name?
I mean,
but my whole point is that you don't get that like battle. We don't get that. Oh, I killed you. You fucking caused me. Whatever kind of strife. We don't get the revenge moments. We don't get the turncoats. The what do you call it? The double crosses. We don't get none of that shit. And we just get like a conversation and a death scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How did y'all feel about this ending? I'm gonna go with Terry since we already jumped around. I'm gonna go with Terry first. Terry, how did you feel about this ending and the lack of closure, or I guess cinematic closure?
I was literally looking up to see if was this a series finale or the season finale? This is
a series.
Finale.
This is a one shot, huh?
Yeah.
It's got to get picked up for season 2, doesn't it?
No, there's not going to be a season 2. And the guy who played Toranaga, who is also producer,
Hiroyuki?
And he said that, well, he was asked by a journalist on a red carpet, what are your plans for season 2? How do you plan on topping it? And he said, haven't you read the book? This is the end of the story.
Oh God, he figured out we haven't read it.
He's like, well, bitch, this is the end because it ended.
Yeah, and I think that's very admirable to stick with one season, even if there is no story, but that's never stopped Hollywood before to just
right. Well, it only stops them with brown people's shows.
Yeah,
brown people are the only, and sometimes it's the showrunners, it's the writers, it's the directors, the producers who don't want to do it again, even though it's like an all brown people cast. It's like they don't want to do it again. I don't know if that's an integrity thing, but y'all got to stop with that. Not saying it shouldn't happen on this one, but we should have season 6 of The Watchmen right now. Okay,
right.
We should have season 4 at least of Lovecraft Country.
Oh man, y'all better go get that money and entertain us.
Yeah, because white folks was doing it, man. They don't seem to care about what y'all care about. I don't know if it's a sense of morals or whatever.
Oh, we sold ours.
Sold them to slavery. I don't know what that means, but
and
somewhere there
feels right.
Somewhere their integrity and modesty is running around chopping trees down or something, picking cotton. Sold my modesty into slavery.
And to you guys' point, even we don't see a battle happen, and even Toranaga's explanation of his plan and how he sees things going on doesn't really involve a battle. It involves the absence of a battle.
You're gonna be mad if you went.
No. Because right there, it says it on the screen. Sekigahara. That was the bloodiest battle.
Well, so yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is that it gives you the idea that there was no battle. We don't see one, but this is just his. This is just his mindset of how things will go.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't believe if he told you 6 episodes ago that his plan was to, do what we got to at the end of this. I don't think that he would have included his son dying.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That probably wasn't a part.
Yeah.
I don't know. That kid was kind of a disappointment.
But to just be like, just being dead though, that's different.
He was. I mean, I think he was upset about how he died, not necessarily that he died. Hey, noble sacrifice on the field. Yeah, way to go, son. Like, you slipped and cracked your head. God, again. It's T-ball all over again.
Well, were you guys were you satisfied with the way that this was displayed rather than like seeing the actual events play out rather than like we just see Toranaga's view of how it would turn out?
I kind of wanted the battle. I am a fan of the big battle scenes. Like some of the stuff that they did in Game of Thrones was like, amazing to see. Just seeing large scale battles happen like that. And because they did a lot of these small assassins and these small little fights so well that you wanted to see them do something even bigger because they didn't disappoint you with all the small little fights that they had and all the secret little killings that they did. They all made it look so good. So yeah, it was kind of disappointing that they did not do the big battle for me.
Yeah, you were expecting the big stereotypical 2 walls of armies running at each other in a big open field.
I'm glad we didn't get that to a degree. Like I was upset that this was not going to be the second, and there was no second season that was going to be made. When I found that out, I was like, okay, that is disappointing. But it was in the sense of disappointing that I just don't want it to end yet, right? Because when I look back at it, excuse me, I don't want there to be the big battle because I felt like this story was beautifully told. Excuse me. I felt like this story was beautifully told without having to go the route of we've got Japanese people, let's do Japanese things, which is throwing stars and goddamn ninjas and you know what I'm saying? Like this is the kind of shit we usually get when they try to focus on making a samurai TV show. We are talking about a samurai TV show, and we didn't even hear the word samurai until like the 3rd episode or some shit like that. 2nd episode. You know what I mean? Like it's not a focus. The focus is these people who have real lives, who have real, issues. They're fighting every day in a different way. Like Europeans, we're familiar how knights and lords and ladies work and all that shit in Europe. But we get a insight into how it was working at the same time period on the other side of the world. And they did it beautifully without having to go into and then they fought and then motherfucker got into an argument and they whipped out katanas and started fighting in the field and shit. Like it didn't have to come down to that. Like just overusing their race as a linchpin for a plot device.
Yeah, this show is done very tastefully. And I T said this is the best show that FX has made. I still feel like Atlanta is my favorite.
No, Atlanta's way favorite.
Well, that's the thing though. It could be the best show, but not be your favorite.
Yeah. It's so funny because the FX has consistently put out really great. Kurt Wagner, you were showing.
Continue talking, Alex.
FX has consistently put out really great stuff, and this is just a long line of really great series that they've put out.
Paper boy,
and
boy.
Let's talk a little bit about Andrew Lincoln, because he leaves Osaka with Yabushige and Toranaga's consorts. Having learned that Alvito, that Mariko persuaded the church to spare his life. This was kind of an interesting scene where we see that Kate made sort of a sacrifice to save Blackthorn. Just another sign that she loved him. What did you think about that scene between the friar and
Friar
Blackthorn? Yeah,
and Blackthorn.
Yeah.
Young Friar Tuck, man. You know, this is before he gained all the weight.
Yeah, this is the Friar Tuck prequel.
Yeah, this is Friar Tuck prequel.
Before he started drinking.
How did I feel about that shit? How did I feel? I don't know, man. That story was kind of stupid.
Oh, you wasn't feeling that?
Well, let me tell you why I thought it was stupid. It's something that we never covered, but I felt like it was so subtly done that we really didn't need to have a conversation about it. And his character kind of gets thrown by the wayside in the midway in the season, even though he plays such a big part of the show. But like, he's more manipulated than he's an actor.
Yeah.
And so, I didn't give a fuck about him, but his relationship with Kate, Maria.
The Lady Maria.
His relationship with her just goes to show you he was definitely in love with her. He just couldn't.
He totally he was trying to smash. I get it.
He wanted to smash. He was trying to just rub her hand a little bit. He just wanted to rub her hand and then go home and masturbate. I
was waiting for old Blackthorn to be like, I loved her too, man. I loved her too.
Well, you know, this is the 1600s and he was Catholic, so he had to take his actions out on, men, not women. So that's how he was, that's how the clergy worked back then.
I don't think they cared too much in the 1600s, if especially in Japan. I mean, dude was still fucking girls and boys if he wanted.
Well, he sounded
sorry. Let's just correct this a little bit. Just want to make sure I get this across. I meant of legal age.
Right? Yeah.
Whatever that was in the 1600s.
In 1600s.
Yeah, whatever that was. Yes, yeah.
I don't think they had that concept.
Don't want to get into that conversation tonight.
Yeah, they barely have that concept over there right now.
Fucking reindeer babies, man.
I think, they're like, what's the legal age of consent in this county? Like 1600s Japan.
Well, I thought it was a touching send off of them, like, two enemies that like definitely wanted to kill each other on sight. They were definitely ops. Like they were ops meeting in a different land and just waiting to kill each other. Like when it was like they're I was like, they're basically two like gangbangers that got like a meet in prison, and they're opposite side, but they're both still like white guys, so they gotta kind of like team up. If I catch you on the street, it's on site. Like, I think what we're doing here is
an on site look right there. These guys,
that is such an on site. As soon as I see you outside selling them seeds again, it's on site, boy. Right?
Yeah, it's like one of the moments, like, yo, son, when you turn
your
back.
I thought it was a true thing, Their war scooch died, and I understand that. I know what it's like to lose your war scooch when you go to Japan. And if she's watching this, then I still miss you.
But Blackthorn was looking at him like, nigga, she wasn't never gonna fuck you. Like, she wasn't never gonna fuck you. She was mine. She was not yours.
Right. Yeah, I slept with her once, which is like an eternity.
Once he slept with her twice.
Twice. Oh yeah, that was
twice. Slapped cheeks twice, Alex.
Wait, twice. One when she knew.
Watching.
That was second time.
They fucked when they thought her hubby was dead, and then they fucked before they blowed her up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I forgot that they got the night before death.
You just don't be paying attention because
it's the best. It's the best.
You don't see a traditional bed because you're racist. So you think?
So why do you think he screamed out like to hating loud? Like, why do you think he was like? Nah. He was like, oh man,
I was gonna keep getting that.
He was getting that for like a long time.
Yeah. Man, he was down bad.
I tell you what though, he liked living more than he liked that pussy. Because
I don't know, because he kind of seemed ready to die. He was all like, "Man, just hurry up and kill me!" Like I know y'all brought me out to the woods to kill me.
Yeah, I guess.
Which that was cool
He
too.
was doing more of respecting her than he was.
Yeah.
Because I was just talking about when he could have like jumped in and saved her in the last episode, or at least attempted to save her. He could have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He could have
because That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he would have said that.
I said
just like got
attempted.
together probably.
You can throw up 700 shots and miss all of them. I was just talking about his attempt.
Wait, but actually, hang on though, because he was trying to move that heavy ass thing to the wall so they could get out. That was his attempt to save them.
No. Before that, when she was fighting the samurai out trying to leave, when she did her display of like her gesture.
I think
no, but she told him she told him do not do, like she said, do not interfere the day before, because she knew what she was about to do. And I'm just saying, so that's the reason
she let him. That's before she let him get it again. And he was like, all right, I'm never having sex with her again. Right. I'm not going to save her.
But she made him make a promise before he knew what the deal was, right? And so that's why I was saying, correcting myself. Maybe that's why he didn't jump in, as out of respect. Same reason he didn't try to kill Friar Tuck when he saw him on sight, right? Because he already on sight. He was like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna let you get this pass right now because I'm grieving.
He was like, Lady Miracle doesn't want me to just snap your neck right now.
That's right.
You don't want me to blast you. I forgot to mention on this last episode. Now I'm thinking about him blasting somebody. He was pretty fast with those black powder rifles, way faster than I thought he could.
Yeah, I was like, this is kind of unbelievable.
You know what I said? You know what I said at 2 o'clock in the morning when I was watching that bitch? I said, that nigga's surgical with the bitch.
Did I miss something? Because
he really was with that blunderbuss.
He turned into Denzel Washington.
That's his katana,
That was his katana.
Exactly.
But I thought, like, am I wrong? I thought it took like 6 minutes to reload those things.
The rifles.
That's what I was thinking.
The pistols were.
Yeah, these are pistols.
Yeah, these are pistols.
Different. Quick reload. That boy
he
was no scoping niggas.
Well,
he was the John Wick of his day. Like, just
first off, also the first guy he killed was literally on top of him. So I mean, like, it was kill that guy or have a surprise threesome. So that one, I don't think that took too much aiming.
A sexy sliding door situation.
I will say they did at least show something. They showed him like sniffing at the barrel.
No, they showed him reloading it too, and I was like,
because
quick at that.
Yeah, because they were like showing, like, he was like seeing like, all right, is there enough gunpowder left in this shit? Like they did a good job of at least being like, okay, he's somewhat, like, they took the 2 seconds they needed to be like, he's got competence. It's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Which shows you why he was so adamant about, like, yo, let me get my guns, nigga. Mm-hmm. If I get these swords,
I'll also say this. So around this time, it would make sense. So actually, pirates at this time, in their downtime, would practice accuracy with firearms nonstop. Like on the boat, if they had downtime, they'd be like shooting at bottles and shit. When they go on a beach, they'd be shooting at things. Like, pirates were really they were really good at practicing with pistols back then. I took a pirates class in college. I fucking know.
We didn't really like stop the pirates as we did to kind of buy off the
British naval, like, or British aquatic people. British people who sailed, I would say. They seem to be pretty good with that pistola. They seem to be pretty good with it for whatever reason. They choose to practice. I don't know. You shooting fish in the water? I don't know what's going on, but for some reason they have them guns ready to go. Right?
Maybe it's just they had a lot of downtime.
It's really just a lot of vaping and pillaging. That's really why they have it, but that's not for me to say.
Blackthorn said he's the real shooter out here. So
exactly.
And Blackthorn, as we said, Linya, he's going through it because he just lost.
When he had that little tear come down as they're rowing away, that kind of tugged at me. I was like, I know.
Yeah,
I feel it.
I was gonna say, because we have a very touching moment, and I just want to speak as we go into this before we play this. This speaks to what we were talking about last week. I think we were talking about the last 2 weeks. The softening of John Blackthorn, right?
Yeah.
This motherfucker has been, he has been 3 different types of people in this show so far.
All of them are stupid.
And it's transitioned very well. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But the third one is not as stupid as the first one or the second one. The third version of Blackthorn now speaks Japanese.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one. Also,
Yeah.
I'll say this. I forgot his name was John until about 14 seconds ago.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because
I
his name
just
is
heard-
Andrew Lincoln.
I mean, Alex said it earlier, so I cheated.
Let's play a little bit of this Fuji and not Tom Hardy.
Bad
Our
bangs.
girl.
Not Tom Hardy.
I guess we don't even need sound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, it's not a super dialogue heavy scene.
No, keep going. Rock.
Yeah, keep going to the next scene, or at least their dinner scene.
Yeah, because this is like the more important thing. That kind of
Yeah.
just like, you know,
This,
not
is,
only
this
is
is another sad one for Blackthorn.
yeah, and he's losing the MVP.
He can't get in with that one now.
私の夫忠義様と一人息子の連れまらねばならぬのですがのです韓人様
Oh yeah, she's talking about the ashes of her family.
明日にて
Mm-hmm.
私はおいとまをいただきます私の申しておりますことお分かりになりますか
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yes アマ
いてほしい。
できま
そなた、いてほしい。
できません
私、命じる。武様は
Oh,
聖
He's
書。
learning fast, huh?
yeah, that's right. He's like, oh, if you want to use that male privilege real quick.
あなた様の精神
I don't think he would have learned any other way to say it though. Like,
No, I
how
get
they-
that.
that's kind of how they talk. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
order
true.
it. And remember when he told him not to
Yeah,
touch the
Touch
duck?
the duck, yeah. Otherwise, I'll
Like,
kill you.
He's like, I fucking kill you, bitch. It's like kind of how they talk over there, but they talk real mad. Well, not like, just so y'all know, talking about 1600s. They,
Mhm.
not whoever they are right now. I'm saying
Yeah, don't go over
They
there.
are
scooping
right
this
there.
shit.
You
go
mean
over
you
there.
people? I'm sure.
exactly because that's what I was about to say. Producer Toriyama.
How y'all like my bad bangs? This is,
Your future,
my girl right now.
we call those the Fugees.
The food.
The Fugees.
You think if I
They're
send her a
working.
picture like this, be like, "I'm your number one fan. Come on our TV show." You think she'll come on our podcast?
I don't see how she could not come on. I think we should figure out if she speaks English
If
first.
you're listening to this, you definitely have to watch
I
the
think she should
video
come
so
on
you can see my
regardless.
bad bangs right now.
She can
Oh,
go on regardless.
But what do you
And
guys think of?
the Top Notch Classic.
Hold on, I still
Yeah,
want to
sorry,
talk
I
about
understand.
Blackthorn a
Mhm.
little bit because we get the beginning of this episode. We see what seems to be a fast forward of him with his
Ugh.
grandchildren.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
hated
like
that
home
part.
grandpa.
Now, let me ask y'all. Yeah, okay. Well, Jeff hated it, but but let me ask you though, because the theory is out there, or I've been reading that says that was a fever dream. Basically, he wasn't actually that he's not. You know, he didn't go in the future and have kids. He didn't never leave Japan. He actually did what Toranaga said he was going to do. He's like, I think his fate is to stay in Japan. And because the real one stayed in Japan, never left.
Okay.
But he still sent money to his wife and kids back home the whole time. His
fuck
entire time living in Japan and started a whole new family in Japan.
Oh, okay. That's kind of interesting because I didn't know that. I just assumed that was like a flash forward, and you know, it was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I thought he left. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
yeah. It's like cue the
I
How I
thought
Met
he
Your
The
left
Mother
shitty
music.
little white kids. Ugh.
I thought he left too, but so Alex has this scene pulled up when he and Fuji are on the boat dumping her family's ashes into the ocean. She convinces him to let go of Lady Maria's
Ave
rosary.
Maria.
Right, I was just about to bring that up about the cross. I was like, wait, if it was him in the future, when did he go back into the water and get
right?
the
Exactly, like that bitch washed up ashore. Like
some real Titanic shit there.
Right. So that's I guess how they explain that it was a fever dream. That's why that didn't actually happen. So,
was it more like a changing of fate? Like with that moment right there, like basically changed his fate to not be that old man laying in the bed.
I don't know. I think it was
like the moment where if he would have kept the cross, then he would have ended up the old man. But
that's a good way of looking at it. That's a great way of looking at it.
That changed his fate.
That's a great way of looking at it too. I think it's left to be, ambiguous. Kind of ending. But at the same time, those who read the book, those who know the source material, they're gonna just be like, well, that's just true to the source material.
Yeah.
But
for
us, but Jeff, you want how did you feel about this? Particular?
So this scene I thought was interesting. She doesn't speak English.
Mm-hmm.
He explained a lot of why he was dumping their ashes in the water in English. And she had just finished explaining, like, I just can't let them go. So it's like, it's kind of a dick move, man.
Well,
like, I get that you're trying to be sweet and everything, but I don't know if she understands your meaning. Also,
I mean, she did, because I mean, she got.
Hold on, let him finish.
It also means so much to Blackthorn because he's on the sea all the time. He's a part of the sea. She's going to the nunnery.
Yeah, I think that she does. She's like me with my Spanish. I understand what people are saying. I just can't.
You can't speak.
Terry, what would you about to say?
I think she understands more than what we're giving her credit for. Because I mean, if he's been learning Japanese, she's probably been learning English words with him, and vice versa. I mean, I would say who's probably been teaching her between. I would say she's probably been the one teaching them Japanese, helping at least.
Well, we did get a scene
like her, her and Kate were on the outs for a while.
We got a scene of Kate teaching them.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
right.
Not to say that.
So I think she understood. I mean, when she started, went there to pour the ashes, I think she knew what she was doing at that point. I mean, she definitely would have been like, no, I'm not doing this, and slapped him or some shit. She's about that life. Not gonna get talked into doing something dumb.
And beautiful thug life.
What you said, slap, but that would have been a stab in the throat.
One of the more
she might have pulled out that second pistol that disappeared. So we only saw him use the one, but we know he had
right?
two. I think he had that other one on her whole time.
Didn't he give it to her?
Actually, he did.
Yes.
He gave it to her as
a
gift.
My god!
Yeah, she does. She really does that. That's
She's gonna be a Japanese nun with a gat.
Then I'm gonna be real excited if she became a nun but kept the pistol.
Oh my gosh! None with a gun. Spinoff.
In a world where a Japanese.
Oh man, I know the dude who would actually write that movie. He's the same dude that did Hobo with a Shotgun. I'll see him. I'll see him in September. I was like, bro, I got a movie with you. I don't even have it written. This is called None with a Gun.
That's all you gotta say to him. He's like, I'll take it from here.
And then look, part 2, None with a Gun. On the Run.
On the Run. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
2 movies right there, bro.
Featuring
it's 2 movies.
Fuji Gorosama.
None on a motorcycle with that gun. Man, the movie writes itself.
All right, so the rest of the episode, let's get the screenplay out, guys.
Yeah. Hope you guys are watching or ready for this ride.
Yeah, that's all we're doing for the
opening
next 2 hours.
scene.
We're pitching None with a gun.
Exterior Japan.
So yeah, what are some other things to mention in this episode? What has
shout out to everybody watching?
Yabushige.
Yeah, let's talk about Yabushige.
Shout out to everybody
our disappointing uncle who finally got caught doing too many scams and stunts, and now they is this a 3-strike state, and he gone.
Yeah,
that was Toranaga had that 3rd strike real serious.
Shout out to everybody watching on Twitter. Shout out to everybody watching on Nerds at Night. Shout out to everybody watching on the Drunk Banthas channel because we got a few of y'all up in here, and we cannot do this without you. So we really appreciate it. Well, it's a lot less fun without y'all here. Y'all can go ahead and leave a chat. I mean, a comment in the chat. I'll chat back with you.
Yeah. We appreciate all you guys watching. Please chat it. It helps us keep the
like and
the
subscribe
conversation going.
But yeah, as you know, I can talk for hours without any assistance whatsoever. So, but you want to go? We moving to my buddy Bo, my buddy Bon.
Yep.
Talk about
the
him?
Turncoat of the century.
The Roy ass motherfucking step it, fetch it ass nigga.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say shit like that from now on.
I just want to play a little bit of the step and fetch. He's the step and fetch it.
Yeah, you should have seen Othelia. We talked about it, remember? And then you did the step and fetch it.
That's right.
Othelia's put it in the Discord. Oh, by the way, shout out to Othelia's. I saw him get shouted out.
Bro, it sounded like you said you saw him get shot.
Yeah, I did see him get shot. I got him.
He's fine.
It was on FB Signifier's newest video that he just put out about Kid and Play, and he shouted out Othelia's.
Oh, fuck yeah!
I was like, oh shit. Well, Othelia's be on everybody's head. That's really he don't just be on our head. He be over at everybody's YouTube. Like, nah, nigga, that shit ain't how it went down. That's just funny. So shout out to Othelia's.
Yeah, shout out to Othelia's.
アンジンと初めて会った時、奴が何と申したか覚えてるか。
Look at that. Look at that knot. That's a Terry knot.
望みは何をやめておけと申した時。
己が勝てば望みはある。
Unless I win.
That's a good quote.
That's a good response.
Right?
Yeah, if you're gonna remember anything that dude said, that's a good thing to remember.
Well, before I throw it to everybody else, I just like, since this is my nigga Bantaro, you know what I'm saying? This is my nigga. He is like the most interesting character to me in the show.
Oh, yeah,
even though, Bon.
Yeah, because you said Buntaro. I was like, nah, Buntaro's.
Excuse me, I said Buntaro.
He's a widower.
Yabushige. Yabushige. Yabushige.
Shout out to Venture Brothers.
He is
a twat.
He gets the most. What do you want to call it?
He moves the story along.
He has the most exclusive situation in all of Japan, probably Japan history. He gets to talk to Toranaga about whatever freely. This is the first time anyone's ever just talked to Toranaga like that's not his best friend that just killed himself. Even he didn't talk to him like he's talking to him, like just straight up questioning everything he's doing, asking him questions like all the things that everybody would like to say.
Yeah.
He's just like having a real regular conversation. And Toranaga's like entertaining it because he feels like, hey, well, shit, nigga, I like this. I like being able to talk to somebody because I don't never get to talk to nobody.
Yeah. I was like, you about to die anyway.
I'm about to cut your head off.
Yeah, you definitely about to die. So not even a question as to if somebody's gonna find out today.
Yeah, and that is interesting. Do you think that Toranaga, like on the whole, do you think that Toranaga liked Yabushige? Like, do you think that he enjoyed him? Trust, like obviously he didn't trust.
Yeah, like he likes the white boy. He just admitted at the end that he likes Engine because he makes him laugh. Yeah. It's not because of his guns. It's not because of his skill. It's not because he likes him. He just thinks he's funny.
Yeah,
he makes me laugh.
Yeah, but I don't think he likes Yabushige. I think that
no. I don't think he likes him either. I think he uses him.
I think that he trusts Yabushige in the way you can trust an enemy, in the sense that they're gonna do what's best for them. Yeah, right. Like I forget who it said, but there was someone who was like, "You can trust your enemies way more. You can trust your friends."
Yeah,
And I'm
because
like,
that's a great point, because you can trust, or Toranaga can trust Yabashige to do what he's always going to do.
Yeah.
Be
Yabashige.
Exactly. There's
Yeah.
a lot of other people. There's a lot of other people. If you put them in that same position, now I don't know how they're gonna act. Are they gonna be loyal to me? Well, I know Yabashige ain't gonna be loyal to me, but I also know he's not gonna be loyal to anybody else. So I can use that to my advantage. You know what I'm saying? So I think you're right, Jeff. Like, yeah, he knows how to control him, so he keeps him where he is.
Yeah, because he said that when him and the Anjin were leaving on the ship, and Kate was like, "Why are you leaving them to go?" It's like, because I know what they're gonna do. I know exactly what those
right?
are doing, and they're doing exactly what I need them to do, which is what they would always do: is fucking jump ship and just leave and try something.
It's what most people.
It's cool.
Do, right?
Let Lloyd and Harry go. I'll be
I
fine.
need you to go with those dumbasses and make
It's
sure
what
they
most
do
people
it.
would do, right? It's what most people would do, right? Like if you are on a boat and it's sinking, you're gonna try to jump into another boat, or if you're drowning, you're gonna try to you try to tread water as much as possible. You're gonna fight for your life.
Believe in a sinking ship,
right? You're gonna try to fight for your life, and I think Toranaga just used, like he mentioned to what's his name, Step and Fetch It, that he mentioned to him that he didn't control the wind. You know what I'm saying? He just merely studied it, because he asked him, he said, how does it feel to be able to just control the wind in the direction that it goes? And he was just like, I don't control the wind. I just study it. And he's he's clearly a studier of the human, what do you call it? The human condition, people, for some reason, we are people who can muster up so much love and compassion for an individual, but hate everybody else, and like love somebody and do that person dirty at the same time. Like we're a species that is weird in that way. And you can tell he took advantage of that. That knowledge, he used that to his advantage the entire time.
Yeah, like
a person is great. People are the worst.
There's a highlight said he's an airbender.
He's gonna have them little dots on his head or whatever.
For one thing that kind of like disappointed me of a theory that I think some of us had was that we thought his half brother was a plant.
Yeah.
I did not see that come to fruition. I really wanted to see that.
I would have liked that.
Same, but I figure I feel like we don't get any explanation showing that didn't happen or it wasn't the case. But one thing, I think that
in the battle, like 20,000 something soldiers all of a sudden like switch sides. It looks like so the numbers of the battle, and it's like the other dude had like 110,000, and then Toranaga had like 70,000. But actually, at the battle, they were like 80. So I was just like, wait, you lost some people, bro.
Exactly. So maybe his brother didn't show up for that.
I was like, somebody flipped, huh?
Well, I mean, we know that Ochiba, she's getting all divine errors boys behind Toranaga, but no one knows that yet. She's waiting to drop that at the Battle of Sekigahara. Which has been referenced in so many anime and video games.
Yeah, I mean, take those little moments and use them, right? It's like World War II in America. We use it all the time in video games and comic books.
Just had another movie about it.
Yeah, actually, I just saw the Ministry. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
What?
Not Guy Ritchie's best,
Ministry
but
of
fun.
Ministry of Ingenuity Warfare. Yeah, it's very British.
Is
Inglorious
that like a really British way of saying you commit war crimes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, they're the first Black Ops.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with words.
Those I guess
I don't-
mild
look,
spoilers for
I
that
haven't
movie,
seen
but
it.
there
I
is a
just
scene.
spoiled something, and I didn't even try.
Very mild spoilers for this movie, but yeah, there is a scene where somebody says the name of the movie, and they just basically, in a very British way, say, "You gentlemen are committing war crimes, and I'm quite fond of it." Like it's just like it's just the way that it is. It's like it's a really great British Inglourious
Now I
Basterds
can't even
type
see
movie.
it, Alex. Thanks for spoiling that for me.
It's got Henry Cavill and Alan Richardson. It's more than good. Richardson. It's more than good enough to go.
He
see.
went and saw that instead of Civil War.
Yeah,
I
that's a
did.
good call.
I changed it last minute.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like this one's going to be way more. Let's call it uplifting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more feel good movie for sure.
Feels good.
But yeah, at the end of this episode, yeah, we do get a little
sorry,
moment
real
with
quick.
Bonbon. Oh,
I
yeah,
had a
know.
question about Yabushige for everyone.
Yabushige.
In the beginning, when we first see Yabushige after Ishida, after Kate's dad is just being a prick, he's like, we see Yabushige like, oh, the earthquake was because of the catfish. Where are the catfish?
Yeah.
Do you guys think that he was actually like Looney Tunes, or do you think he was trying to ham it up so that he could get out of it scot free?
Oh, that's interesting. He's trying to get the insanity plea.
Basically, that's what I thought.
I don't know, because he was about to make him a regent, right? Like, it seemed like he was, or at least he just wasn't going to fucking kill his ass and let him go.
Yeah, I feel like
But
if he stays,
I felt like
air,
he
he's
was going
good.
legit Looney Tunes, and what's his face was like, you know what, bro? You can go on back to Osaka too.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what happened as well, to a certain degree, because he looked like he was trying to talk to him, you know, like, because also right here, I think he actually just lost his mind. He did not for some reason suffer like a concussion as bad as Anjin. But
well, he wasn't anywhere near.
He did just watch
Anjin was
somebody
closer to the
blow
door.
up.
right. No, I'm not saying he shouldn't. I'm just saying what I'm saying is Anjin had like time for his brain to rest.
CTE.
As opposed to him having to like he's just dealing with the effects. Like his bell's been rung. Anybody who's ever had a concussion, you kind of loopy. You know, you say crazy shit, like you're not really all there. And I think a combination of that and his fear of knowing that, like, hey, if I go back, I'm getting killed. Like, and also I feel like he feels like he deserves to die. Because he doesn't go when he goes before Toranaga, he doesn't beg for his life. He begs for him to be killed in a different way.
Yeah, he literally begs for his death.
Yeah, he's like, look, I'm cool with dying, but don't fucking make me kill myself, man. Look, goddamn, can't you like send me to war? Like, let
didn't he ask him to
There's that little notepad. He's like,
he was like, can you blow me up with a cannon?
He said, let me get eaten by piranhas, basically. He said fish, man-eating fish. He didn't even say piranhas. He said man-eating fish. I'm like, God damn, they really do have everything that can kill you in Japan. Because he's not importing man-eating fish. Like, they got to go to a pond somewhere or there's a place where man-eating fish procreate. He knows where it is. He wants to go there.
It's like no, yeah. I'm sure he has it written down like in his back pocket.
Yes,
like,
he
no.
part, like right here. He's also acting just like what would be the point of him acting cuckoo right here?
Like I said, this is him getting ready to get told that he's about to have to kill himself. Like he knows what's coming. He's just kind of like I feel like he's loopy because of a concussion.
Let's go before
because
gut stab.
Engine's not really all there for a little while when he first wakes up. You know what I mean? But it's not as bad, I don't think, because
he's got shitty grandkids.
Because because he passed out, right? Like he ended up getting rest. And when you have a concussion, you need to actually get rest, but you can't sleep. You can't sleep too close to when you had it because you could like have issues with your brain. So it's like really complicated with a concussion. So I'm going to go with he was having a concussion. He was loopy. And basically, he probably didn't come out of it until right before he was right in front of Toranaga, where he's like, "Oh no, I'm good with dying. I just need to fucking like look at my list of how people die, and like I've killed a lot of people, Toranaga. I've killed them in weird ways. Like just let me pick from one of them, and you don't make me kill myself.
Come on, man. Death by snoo.
You didn't want a lame death,
right?
Yeah. Lame death, like everybody commits seppuku or dies in battle. Give me something cool.
Right.
Yeah, he's because like you said, he didn't want a lame death, and he's seen so many lame deaths. He's got them leveled out, like top to the best to the worst. But no, he got one of the ones in the middle. And so, what did y'all think about his poem before we move on? Because I
don't remember.
I think we've gotten through most of the points.
What was it? Do not bury me. Throw me out onto the road. Let the birds eat my body.
Let the dogs. He said, "Let the wild dogs eat my body."
Yeah, let the wild dogs.
He's an animal lover.
He's an animal lover. He's a PETA board member.
Dude,
and I feel like that's what happened because what's his face? Didn't he like kind of kick him off the mountain, or he just fell off the mountain?
No, I think he just toppled.
Did he just tumble over, or did he get it?
I just leave him there. It kind of felt like Frank from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's like, when I die, just throw me in the trash.
Just throw me in the trash. Throw me in the trash.
Shout out to Danny DeVito, man.
Shout out to Danny DeVito.
He's a friend of the show.
Shout out to the nerds at
Fun
Highlights.
fact, he was actually the first choice for Toranaga, but he just had a scheduling conflict.
He was the first. Look, let me say something. Your Wi-Fi cut out for a second. Not cut out, but you know what I'm saying. It just told that joke so slow. It was fun. It was probably funnier than if you actually said it.
It's like if Max Headroom was telling a joke.
I just want you to know, like nobody's laughing, not because it wasn't funny. It's just because
it just finished saying it. Yeah,
it just finished saying it.
That's awesome.
It was hilarious, actually.
I just want to say, shout out to Lord Slug 01 in the chat. He said, y'all think Blackthorn bragged to everyone about his little war scoosh when he got home. Hashtag Cotton Hill.
Unfortunately, he never gets home, but yeah, I think he was writing about it.
Yeah, he would have definitely.
He was writing about
bragged about it when he went home.
I mean, come on, you think he stayed in Japan and never got some more scoosh? He got some snoo when he got back.
Oh, yeah. He definitely came back home and helped Mama-san build that.
That's what I was gonna say. He became the brothel master. He went up there and got back to the brothel. Became friends with Friar Tuck since he right down the street, right across the way.
I'm pretty sure. Wouldn't Blackthorn be like the governor of that whole place? Because he inherited some land.
Some land. Yeah,
government over that whole land and the church.
The way that it works, if I'm not mistaken, like from what I've heard, like the book has him just doing kind of what the real guy did, which is inherit a bunch of land that you farm off of, and he ended up becoming like a
pimp
diplomat, if you will, for trading posts and stuff like that. Like he was basically like the czar for trading, like the trade czar. You know what I mean? Like, so he got like he was a big deal.
Yeah,
he stayed a big deal because he came in a big deal. He stayed a big deal.
No one kind of replaced him because like after he died, trade relations stopped.
Trade relations died. Yeah. And,
they really didn't trade with nobody.
Because somebody came in there trying to be more corrupt and has less respect than he did. I'm not saying more corrupt because he was as if he was corrupt, but somebody came in there and have less respect for the people. He actually wore the real. We're talking about the real gentleman, by the way, guys. So, just so you know, I don't want to get confusing, but it was John Adams, I think his name was. He wore Japanese garb. He had a Japanese wife. He spoke fluent Japanese. By the time Europeans were coming there and making trade,
the original weeb.
He went to Japanese brothels. He was a real, man of the people.
Yeah. Hey, man, look, take advantage of the traditions, man.
When he complained about the first manga, it wasn't authentic enough.
Before we get out of here, Jeff, are there any trivia about this show that you feel like you didn't get off yet this series? You want to get off your chest?
No, there wasn't any for the last episode, and the ones from throughout the series we kind of gone over throughout the series. It's pretty.
Well,
yeah.
Good. Well, then in this case, then I will ask you, what are your like summed up thoughts, final thoughts on the series as a whole? This episode 1 and the series as a whole.
So the episode did. Again, it wasn't my favorite episode out of the series. I thought it did a very good job of giving us kind of a spot to leave off on. Again, I thought it was a season ending because I know, just based off of random video games and anime, I know how big the Battle of Sekigahara was.
Right.
But now looking at it as a series ending as well, I like it, but I think it could have. I feel like the ending with Kate's death and the big assassination night thing, I feel like that could have been the beginning of this episode and kind of just trickled through this, what we got this episode at the end. But other than that, I mean, that's my only argument with this specific episode. I think this is one of the best series that's come out of any channel in a very long time. Obviously, it's not technically original because there was the show in the 80s, I think, and there is the book. But it's an old enough show and it's an old enough book that to a lot of people it is original. So while we're still technically getting a remake, it's not. I mean, dude, they're getting ready to remake The Office. That's ridiculous.
Oh,
which is ridiculous.
Brother.
Yeah,
Remake
exactly.
The Office. You said remake The Office as if they didn't remake the one we got was a remake,
right?
And then there's another one in Australia right now.
Yeah.
That they're
Of course
doing.
there is.
It's like the Star is Born of fucking workplace sitcoms.
Or American Idol.
Right. But that's the thing. This is different. This one feels original. It is to a lot of people. And I mean, just everything we've said the entire time. The acting off the charts, the writing off the charts, the sets off the charts. There's nothing about this show that I have an issue with.
You know what I had an issue with?
What's that?
The lighting.
Like a boobs? Oh.
Yeah.
The lighting. Like it's everywhere in Japan, just sad and gloomy and just gray. That green. Is that what it is? That green film thing that they do? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Like I know what you mean. Like I don't know enough.
Look like Ozark, nigga.
Director, like being a.
You know what? You don't ever know nothing about lights and color. I'll be asking you because I'll be like, one time he told me like red means this, and you were talking about plays.
It means stop.
Like it like plays and stuff. Green means this and blue means that. And one time he was telling me this shit. I asked him that shit like a week later. He was like, I don't know.
I'll get this shit up.
I must have had a test that week where I had to learn it. It was like
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember.
I finished the test. Now I don't remember any of that. Like I've moved on to other things in my brain.
So yeah, this nigga don't know nothing. If it ain't about words, he don't even know.
Producer T, how did you feel about like the finale and the series as a whole?
Definitely left me wanting more. Of course, I don't know how. I guess you could play more into it. Maybe you could. I don't know. Maybe it just makes me want to know more of Japan. Maybe it just makes me want more Japanese historical pieces that aren't like anime. Yeah,
look at that.
I do want to see some more stuff like this. Even like I'm a subtitle reader, so I want more. I know that's probably always going to be like a burden for them because so many people need shit fucking translated in English for them because they can't fucking read like some damn dirty engines. But I hope like studios and networks look at this and say, yeah, let's do more. So I hope more.
The fuck is I
feel like
I thought we said no 4-syllable words on the show. Oh, that was a clear.
That was a disclaimer at the beginning.
Anjin say he can't read.
No, I do think that like there are a lot of foreign language shows that have gotten really popular on like streaming, like Hulu and Netflix, like these Swedish crime thrillers and stuff like that have gotten super popular. I feel like the streaming crowd has gotten more used to watching shows with subtitles. So I think that also adds to why this show has gotten so popular. I think it came out at the exact right time.
All right, so you're saying the literacy rates are up is basically all you're saying.
Yeah, people are finally reading, but it's
People
on
are
TV. Nerds and Highlights says, I wonder how the English dub sounds for this show. Oh man, I bet it sounds horrible.
I saw it. I just noticed that it was there. I haven't clicked on it.
You think that the English dubbed this sound? You think that that's what happened? Why would they do that?
They did.
No, it's there. That's the version on Hulu.
Why?
Look on Hulu, yeah. Because Anjin can't read.
Anjin can't read.
Can't understand you.
But for real, yeah. When I was watching it last night, as soon as I got off, I noticed right next to it, it had that little thing to make to switch the episodes, and it said English dub, and I was like, "What the fuck, really?"
Well, let me ask you this then. Why did they do that?
I mean, I can say it again.
Because Anjin can't read.
Oh man,
it's very
that's
crazy.
Who was it? The director of Parasite, Bong Joon-ho, said, "Man, if there's such a wide world of movies for you to get into, if you could just get over this little 2-inch barrier."
What, their penis?
No, subtitles.
Subtitles. Yeah,
if you can just read the fucking subtitles, you'll see so many more.
I was saying
so much more movies are available to you.
I will say I did have to stop doing subtitles on shows that are already in English, just because I end up reading the subtitle before they say the line, and I'll end up ruining a punchline or something.
I only do that with I only watch subtitles in English format movies on television, on streaming or whatever, when it's like British Cockney shit.
Yeah. I knew that's where it was going.
Gaelic
all the way.
Gaelic shit.
Yeah.
You know what? If Top Boy, that's like Nottingham and shit, right? Like I can catch that. It's just like that fucking Gaelic, goddamn British accent shit. I'm like
Northern British.
Yeah, Northern Ireland, close. Yeah, no, anything Northern British, I can't fuck with it. It's too bad.
Yeah, Cisco is definitely subs over dubs. So Cisco says in the comments, I like subtitles better than translators.
And you know what me and Alex like doing?
Translation.
What's that? Goddamn.
No, it says translators. I think you read that wrong, Kurt.
Whatever.
What is that show we started watching on Netflix? It's about that. It's the anime Yo-Yo Gugushi or some shit.
Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yeah.
The anime or the
yes, Yu Yu Hakusho has a bad
translation and
dub to translation.
Yeah. So if you watch the trailer,
and that they did this because that show got fully translated into English, and so they're using the translations. They're using the translated dubbed version, but putting on the subtitles for the original Japanese version.
Yeah.
So when you're watching it, all the words aren't. They're using synonyms for all kinds of words and shit, like different phrases to mean something else, and you're like, oh shit, it's all
and the English version of what she's saying, the dub version is way nicer than what she actually says in Japanese. Like everybody's not just the female main character, but everyone is saying stuff way nicer in English than they're saying it in the Japanese version, which is hilarious. It's a brain exercise that is crazy that I can even do. Watch the animation, read the Japanese correct version, and listen to the dub version, and still be able to interpret everything that's going on. Unfathomable, man. I was so proud of myself, but you can only do it.
Come down here so I can kick your ass. I will defeat you.
It's like 45. I can only do it for about 45 minutes, but it worked.
Gotta love America. Cartoons are for children. You can't swear.
Yeah.
And speaking of cartoons,
yeah, you Hakusho's out of
Speaking of
pocket.
cartoons and swearing, I think they swore in this so far. Didn't they say a bad word?
yeah, they did say a bad word. In this
They
one,
did.
right?
God damn it!
But they can't show the cheeks.
Well, the best part of Yu Yu Hakusho is like he puts down the most famous line, which was, "I don't care if she's a girl, woman, a girl, a grandma, or a baby. If she wants to fight, I'll beat her ass."
Girl,
Like,
grandma.
my boy, he
baby.
was out of pocket with that one.
Oh,
Maybe
God.
what is it? They want to fight. I'm gonna fight them.
Did you switch it? Did you change this?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, that show.
Oh man, yeah, that's right. We're
Well,
talking about X-Men
yeah.
97.
Man, you're supposed to let me do a good segue, but it's all good.
We did the good segue. He talked about cartoons. We moved them.
I sure did.
It happened.
That's not a good segue.
You liked it when it happened.
Oh, I didn't know it was a segue. No, I thought they were good words to have been said. I didn't know we were segueing.
He thought
But yeah,
that is now. See, that is a segue. See how we just did that? No.
Yeah, but what were you guys' initial thoughts on this episode? It's a pretty interesting episode where Rogue goes rogue. Kurt Wagner, what did you think of this episode?
there was one character that I really liked in it.
Nerds and Highlights liked it. Well, there was one character that you really liked in it. Beast?
The
Beast. He did have a really good moment in this.
No, fuck Beast. Nightcrawler was in it. Come on.
Oh, sorry. No. Oh,
I love my
no,
Nightcrawler.
Oh, you were you're pointing at Kurt Wagner.
I was pointing at my name.
Oh, it's on the other side.
It's on the other side on our end.
I was pointing.
There we go. Okay. Okay, yeah.
No. It was a good episode. It was basket. It was a good
I'm gonna let
episode.
you
It was
finish
one of
and I'll
those
read
ones where I didn't expect our surprise cameo halfway through, but that was fun. And shit got dark. Like, man, she made the wrong choices, but I probably would have made the exact same ones as Rogue.
Yeah, like there's a lot of emotions swirling around, and we'll get to the opening of the episode because that was super interesting. The way that they decided to open up this episode. But T, how did you feel about this episode of X-Men?
I mean, this episode has been hitting just like all the other ones because I still
we all watched it.
I'm waiting for it all to be done, and then I'm gonna watch it all. I'm gonna say this on like every episode. I think my X-Men mutant power is to make you forget that. Well, that is an X-Man. That's the one dude they can only like perceive him when he's like directly talking to them.
Yeah.
But most of the time they're just like don't even notice this guy. He's just not in the room. And Professor X has to keep like a psychic alarm clock in his head so he just remembers to say hey to this dude and be like, oh yeah, that dude is the one of my X-Men. Keep forgetting about that power. That makes me forget.
There's a highlight.
Forget me not. Yeah.
Forget me not.
What a shitty power. But kind of cool.
So you didn't see this episode?
No.
Yeah.
He hasn't seen any episode.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Forget Me Not is a mutant possessing a unique ability that renders him constantly unnoticed by those around him because he makes them forget.
But that's a stupid name.
That is.
Don't worry, you'll forget about it.
Don't worry.
Yeah, you
know why I'll forget about it? Because this fucker has a terrible superpower. Well, he's got good superpower, pretty decent superpower with a terrible name. But imagine you trying to talk to bitches.
Yeah, I mean that would definitely.
You got to redo all of the things you did before.
Yeah, but you're like kind of like making a list of like what works and what doesn't work.
I mean, we all do that without. That's my superpower.
But
already.
he's like doing it in real time. Like he's getting real world results and just constantly testing it out.
I mean,
on each individual.
Tell you what,
and if he fucks up, you could just fuck up so badly and just kind of dip out and just redo it all over again.
You could go anywhere, just get on a plane.
You mean some dude was just talking to you and he just farted right in your face?
NerdsatHighlights says
Any crime you get away with.
Nerds
Any
and Highlights
crime-
says
yeah, I would-
the power is actually OP. Professor X has to set mental reminders in his head to remember he exists. Which
comments are coming in very late.
You just wrinkled my brain. That's crazy.
Just rambled off on them.
they're coming in a bit late, but that's how it is. There's a lag on
Yeah, there's
YouTube.
a huge lag on it.
But yeah, like this is definitely
Alex,
Mhm.
how did you feel about this episode? Episode 7, X-Men 97.
I thought that it was really good. It had nice slow moments. They knew when to take their time with the more emotional moments, especially at the very beginning, which could have been very cheesy. We've seen a lot of superhero funerals and comic books and movies and stuff like that. But I thought that this was it was really touching, and then it just kind of ramps up from there, where the action and the emotional stakes just get crazier as the episode goes on, where we get a lot of reveals, some cool little very marvelly cameos, but then some really gut-wrenching decisions that are made toward the end. So I'm ready to get into it. I'm really excited. I'm ready. Let's talk about this opening scene with the funeral of Gambit. We're dealing with the aftermath of the Genosha tragedy. What did you guys think about the way that this episode opened, Bill? You seem like you were ready to.
What?
You seem like you were.
What was
ready
the question?
the funeral scene at the opening of the episode.
Funeral scene. First of all, the title of the episode is Bright Eyes, episode 7.
Bright Eyes.
I was confused because Bright Eyes is what Rogue says to Cable when he first appears in the 1992 series. She says, "Hello, Bright Eyes," and punches him in the face, and which is hilarious, right? Because he got the little star on tattoo, but then his other eye gets all glowy,
right?
So,
she's fine.
This episode, we're dealing with the first scene is us dealing with Gambit's death, whose eyes also are bright. They have the little kinetic energy in them. So I thought that was a cool little play on words, but it did leave me confused and still confused as to whose episode is this? Who are we talking about? Are we talking about what are we talking about? So I thought that was cool. Or is it just a reference to Rogue herself because it's Rogue heavy episode? I don't know. I thought that was crazy. This didn't really feel like this was it went away. It came and it went. It didn't affect me that much, but I could see it was very well done. Also, there was a fake Rogue here in this. Somebody tell me who fake Rogue is.
Rogue?
You know who I'm talking about, Jeff?
No clue.
Okay,
I just
was a
like saying the word Fogue.
Right there, Alex. There's a character who looks just like Rogue.
Yeah, I'm curious who
I thought it was Rogue, but it's apparently not Rogue. But ain't that Rogue? It's but who
Kitty
is
Pryde?
No,
because she's with the Louisiana people.
Yeah, she's with the Tab.
They got the Tab.
Maybe that's.
Hold on, I gotta pull up the ties, by the way, because I gotta pull up that damn the montage because we gotta get T-shirts to say I don't give a piss about nothing but the ties.
Yeah, that is crazy. If you haven't seen that old episode of X-Men where we go into Gambit's Louisiana background, it's hilarious. But yeah, is this not?
No, it is not. Hang on.
Are you looking it up? Are you looking up gray-haired Marvel characters?
No,
I'm looking up the montage.
No, not you. I'm talking about Jeff.
No, I didn't do that. Man, why don't mine ever fucking appear in the chat? Yeah.
Oh, the private chat or which one?
No. I posted it in the chat for the video that we're doing right now. All right.
Oh, weird.
Check
where are you at?
I'm on Nerds at Night just posted it in the group chat. But anyway, look at our Instagram chat. I found her.
Okay. Singer. The member of the New Orleans Assassins Guild. Okay.
There you go.
Member of the New Orleans Assassins Guild. Okay.
That's nice. Good catch there. Good research done right there, because I had no idea.
It's our comic correspondent, Jeff.
Hello.
This I thought this was a pretty touching scene. Like, I thought that Kurt Wagner did a really good job with this eulogy.
Thank you.
Nice send out. No problem. you did good. And it was like a nice way to send him off. Like, I've heard a lot of really corny monologues and eulogies and these superhero funeral moments. I'm just kind of waiting for them to end, but I was kind of hanging on every word that Kurt was saying. I was surprised by how engaged I was by this.
I went to church again.
I went to church right after. It was Wednesday. And then were you guys like surprised that Rogue wasn't there after Kurt reveals that later on? Jeff?
No. I mean, it's one of those so yes, like, you're initially surprised, but then the second they say she's not there, you're like, oh, of course. And you know exactly what she's doing. And then you're also like, Julie, chill the fuck out. First off, you're obviously still very young, but also, like, clearly Rogue's dealing with her grief. How are you this stupid?
Well, yeah, you said it already. Like, she doesn't know. She's a child.
Yeah.
She's a baby. She's dumb. And also,
fuck her sunspot, buddy.
But like Nightcrawler said, she's also right. As wrong as she was,
right?
She was right to be. She is right to be right.
It's like, though it
turns out, yeah,
it's like we all grieve in different ways, but also Rogue is doing somewhere else. Are you pulling up the?
You just keep going. You just keep producing. I'm producing show. You keep talking show.
But yeah, like speaking of Rogue, yeah, she does go rogue, and she goes to this military facility and starts wrecking shit. And I really liked the moment where we basically get sort of a confirmation that she's stronger than the Hulk. What did you think about the action scene, Producer T? Oh, sorry.
Again, he hasn't watched the show.
Oh, yeah. Right.
My powers are growing stronger by the day.
Oh, that was so good.
Amazing.
It's just like my natural instinct to be like, I haven't heard from T in a while. Let me just go to him. You're
trying to roundtable it like you should, like a good host.
You haven't thrown it to me yet, but I didn't listen to your question. What was your question?
I asked if what did you actually I forgot because
what did you think about the fact that they showed that Rogue is basically stronger than the Hulk?
Oh yeah.
Well, I thought it was awesome. Like, it's a lot of the things we've talked about this previously, since this series started. A lot of the things that they didn't do right in the first series, they're getting right now, as far as like explaining how powerful these characters are. There's no way that Rogue should have been getting knocked down by half the people that she did in the original series. And so, in the comic book, the way she gets her powers is not just by absorbing Carol Danvers' powers, but she also absorbs the Hulk's powers. So therefore, she's Captain Marvel and Hulk combined into one, without the, what do you call it? The Marvel Studios universe's kinetic energy powers or whatever it is. Plasma power. I don't know what
her light powers.
Yeah, light powers.
Yeah, like
she's got many powers, most of them light.
I mean, she's got.
I could be better.
She has like the big nuclear powers.
Calm down, the bazooms. You talking about the Wazumis?
Yeah, but
The
of course.
Bazoons?
When I say nuclear, I'm talking about.
She
her
got
tits.
big old nuclear. You said big old You said big old first, so that's why I was like, oh, what's he gonna say?
But yeah, she does have like the nuclear powers that are just like better explained in the comics and like actually really cool. But like in the movies, it's just like she shoots big lasers. But you know, Rogue
in the
doesn't get
first
those powers, she
movie,
just gets the strength.
in the the first Captain Marvel movie, they actually also explain it very well. It's not
In the
just
movie?
like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
she's
it
got
makes
the
sense.
powers of one of the fucking Infinity Stones imbued into her.
Yeah, look,
So of course she's crazy strong.
At this over here at the Drunk Banthas channel, we support all of the Captain Marvel movies in the sense that none of them, or neither one of them, are as bad as everybody tries to hate on them.
Yeah.
About. Like,
The first one's really, really good.
First one's amazing.
So good.
Well, I don't know,
Check out
but
our
you know
Doesn't
what?
Hold
I was
Awesome
gonna say,
soundtrack.
Talk about it.
I was gonna say, you be a judge of that. Go watch our episode of Does It Hold Up on the Drunk Banthas channel and find out with us whether or not it holds up. We break it down very extensive.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Extensively.
As Rogue is going through her rampage, trying to figure out who's
Oh,
responsible.
one other part about that rampage, the guy we find out that thing's made to withstand the Hulk. Do you guys know who that one was?
Who is that guy?
That's General Ross.
Yeah, that was Ross.
He becomes the Red Hulk.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I figured you figured that one out, Alex. I thought you was
So they were peppering in
catch his name,
more than one Easter egg in there.
Yeah, this is Easter egg heavy for sure. They're
so
really playing with
I wanted to point out this. First things first, Rogue showing up to this army base. It's a military base. Those are Joshua trees. So this is we actually can tell you where she is right now. She's in California. She's in California. There's a Marine military base out there.
Oh, that's cool.
She's hanging out with the Banthas. She's a friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
That's a nice little
tidbit.
Easter egg.
Easter egg. Yep. Catch.
Easter eggs. No, that is like a cool
I like how she just has to get her hair right before she does everything.
Right? Like at the end of the day, you know, girls gotta stay fly.
She's got it on point.
But her vengeance rampage, I guess you can call it. This was a pretty cool scene. Like I thought, this is a nice example of just how great the animation has been. I personally think it was better than Invincible in some of the action scenes. What do you guys think?
Definitely better than Invincible in some. I mean, Invincible can be more gruesome, but yeah, these were better.
This is just all around. I mean, even just little things, bits of debris and smoke going up. I mean, just zooming in on her, like just that scene that we just saw with the eye, and you can just see the rage coming through that.
The way she just bends she just bends the metal like it's paper.
Right? It's This was just the animation.
Yeah. Damn it.
The entire season, the animation's been fantastic. But in this scene, this is how you do a fight scene without like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right.
And actually, Loki, this is
Loki.
Actually,
that's a different show.
No. He wasn't in the scene.
Yeah, he's a different show.
Yeah, he was not in this. He was not in the show. But then later on, as she interrogates Ross, and she goes on her quest to figure out find the people responsible for the disaster. She stumbles upon a Star-Spangled Hero, the Star-Spangled Man with a plan, as he's
Wolverine.
known.
I will say, when they showed the motorcycle, I did think it was Wolverine at first.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, because it's a quick shot of the motorcycle, and you don't get to see, that it's got the little pack on the side, the cat pack.
Yeah,
that's what I call it, a cat pack.
Like about 60 seconds after this episode came out, every nerd outlet online had Captain America's face on it, so I already knew he was in this episode before I watched it.
Wait, not to spoil things for everyone, guys.
Yeah, right.
The motherfuckers don't give a shit about you.
Right?
But yeah, how did you guys feel about our Cap cameo? Jeff? Sorry, Kurt. Sorry,
I thought
Kate.
it was great. It's Kathleen. God. Anyway, so I thought it was good. I liked how they sent Cap to try and talk her down, because it's one of those ones where Cap is always portrayed, especially through the MCU and everything, as like the level-headed hero, but dude's got so much rage boiling up. I mean, first off, like just coming out of the ice, everyone he knows is gone, so he knows loss like that. Then with Bucky, then with Peggy. I mean, Cap was the perfect guy to try and confront Rogue on this. And the part I loved even more didn't work. That was the part that made it even better for me.
Yeah, there's definitely a balance of power. And
I'm gonna tell you
Rogue
what,
is
I
tipping
did
more
not.
toward
There's
Rogue.
things we can talk about the same things that we liked, but I'm gonna focus on. I'm gonna focus on how I did not like this costume, and it's the same one they use in Spider-Man animated series, The Amazing Spider-Man. And it's the same one they use in the episode that Captain America guest stars on X-Men.
Right.
The original series, the 92 series is what
Is it the lack of the dragon scales you don't like?
It's not even that. It's just that it looks very old. And the A is not, for instance,
Bros
the A
from
is
the 40s.
Yeah, but the
Yeah, but it's
80s look
97.
exactly.
It's the 90s,
Goddamn,
bro.
dog. Come on, bro. It's 97. But look at the A isn't even symmetrical. It's like off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just looks like a fucking 12-year-old drew it. A really amazing 12-year-old. It looks like it's on it looks like it's Venture Brothers. It's Venture Brothers instead of like everything else that we see in this series. Like this looks way better than that. I don't know. Maybe it's the rounds. I do like how she grabbed his shield and she just did
that was so funny.
And then she just threw that bitch off into a mountain. So
Fuck yeah, Rogue.
disrespectful. Because I would have been totally not necessary.
Yeah, it's got like 3 days to get that shield back.
I mean, like, I would love to just see, like, I would have loved it so much if, like, she flies off and Cap just is like, it's gonna take forever to find that.
That's exactly what he's saying right there.
If that was Chris Evans, he would have said that. And they would have been like, let's keep it.
We definitely got spoiled on our Evans Cap.
What do y'all think about that? Do you think that we should have seen, would we have been benefited, or would you have felt like that benefited this show to have the original voices of Chris Evans? And
no,
we had somebody else that was on here that was a cameo. I feel like that
it was like
Cable, because Cable sounds just like Justin.
Cable did sound just like Josh Brolin. Like
Josh Brolin, yeah. That's did it not to y'all? Is that just me and Alex?
I don't think Cable sounded like a Goonie at all. I think Cable said die.
I did really like the performance of this actor. It just kind of like felt like the same vibe of the actor who played him in the, like cartoons. You said, in the Spider-Man cartoon and the X-Men cartoon.
He could have got an upgrade on the suit though. I mean,
yeah, he could have been. I am a fan of like the scales and like honestly, like the more practical like Age of Ultron costume is like probably one of my favorites of like the live action ones.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
did really. I don't think
exactly.
I'm fine with them not. I'm fine with them not using Chris Evans for like this as a cameo. Even though this is supposed to be in canon with the MCU, right? Like
no,
I don't think so.
Nobody said that yet.
Oh, I thought that someone had said that it's supposed to be canon.
If it is, it technically
like and
if it becomes canon, it would not become canon until the Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
Okay.
I mean, which is such a convoluted, ridiculous thing to say, but
No spoilers.
I mean, they're definitely gonna have to find some way to.
Trailer. I don't want to know.
Yeah,
I haven't when I heard that there was a second trailer, I was like, "Damn, there's another one."
Yeah,
like,
second
do you really
trailer
need to convince people to go see this movie?
Isn't that a third one though? Isn't it?
I think it is like technically the third one.
They had a teaser trailer, then they dropped a trailer, then they call it a second trailer. Doesn't bode well to me if you have a second trailer, because like that second trailer usually shows more, and they usually show more the less pre-sale tickets they have these days.
Most of the big movies do have like 3 trailers, but it's I don't know, like marketing nowadays, it's just it feels like they're very bunched together. But nine said in the chat, what do all the Twitter people think about #X-Men 97?
What's going on there, twatters?
Yeah, let us know in the comments, like, what do you guys think about X-Men 97 this season? I've been really enjoying it, and we should move on, I guess, to the next scene where Rogue is like continuing her little
vengeance
her vengeance spree. Sorry, I accidentally deleted all of my notes, so now
I just realized, I was like, man, I feel like I sound like, and I feel like it's a callback to Forget Me Not. Ignore me.
Ignore me.
Yes, Venture Brothers.
By the way, that someone did a cosplay of that guy, and it was like the funniest thing I've ever seen, because he was on stilts and shit. It was awesome.
Oh, that sounds incredible. But yeah, Rogue finds Guy Ritchie in Mexico and absorbs his memories.
Guy Ritchie,
yeah, director of the so many movies. But I'm not gonna try to remember that, but fucking title of that movie. Guy Ritchie is killed.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Thank you.
Don't laugh.
Of course, that's the one I was thinking of. Guy Ritchie is killed later that night by a mysterious man who is working with Sinister. I still don't know who this character is. Maybe I'm not as big on my comic book stuff, but
I looked it up.
Oh, you looked it up?
Yeah, it's an absolute spoiler if I tell you.
Oh, okay. Well,
I can if you want, but
no, I guess I do want to be. I do want to be surprised.
What are you talking about, Bastion?
That's the one. The spoiler is I looked up about him.
Right. I wasn't gonna. Yeah.
The name's not a spoiler. The rest of it.
I don't know why we even went there first. We're not gonna go there first because there's too much spoilery there, and that is the end, and it's only about 15 seconds for us to talk about.
Well, that was before the man.
Yeah, we're still at the point where she's just finished taking out Snatch, and now she's moving on to Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, and then
I guess she does.
All the neon, it just made me immediately think of Tokyo.
I don't know why I can't find that clip. That's what the clip I was looking for, and I still can't find it. But it's whatever.
And just there is a point where Rogue meets back up with the X-Men because while assisting in the recovery efforts at Genosha, the X-Men are contacted by Trask, who tells them that he is in Madripoor. And then they meet up with Rogue along the way. And then
he also tells them they're never out of Diet Coke.
Exactly, he sure does. Is that this scene? I'm gonna play a little bit of this because there was a scene in here that was, I think.
We asked poor man's Oppenheimer before.
Dude, I love Morph in this series. I'm so glad he's back.
Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about that a little bit because Morph did get a little love in this one. Alex, how do you feel about Morph in this one? Because last series he didn't get any love, no time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, used sparingly because he wasn't even really supposed to be.
I mean, bro got fridged.
Yeah, he was totally a fridge character. He was just basically there to be tormented and tortured, to be like the avatar for everybody else's like grief. For a lot of the ignore me,
rim shot.
But no, I really like him in this series. He's a great comedic relief. All the characters like Cyclops and Morph, the characters that like sort of didn't get as much love or sort of elevated, while all the people we love is like Gambit and Wolverine and Rogue, they just kind of stay at that status quo where we still love them. But Morph, he's been super elevated. For some reason, I hear Randall Park every time he talks. I don't know why, but he just has a very Randall Park sense of humor.
Just wait till he starts doing the close-up magic.
He's pulling out his business card. But yeah, I did.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I did like this scene. What were you about to say, Kurt?
I also feel like they did him a solid on his power in this one too. In the original series, you think he's just a random shapeshifter like everyone else, whereas in this one, they go out of their way to point out that he can also mimic physical powers of other people. So like, it's not just that he can make like cool looking steel wings. Like, no. He can fly like Archangel. He can use the giant sword like magic. I mean, like if he morphs into Wolverine, those are adamantium claws. He's still got those power levels.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
So that leads me to my question is like, does this motherfucker, is he just the most OP nigga in the universe now? And why won't you just turn into Apocalypse and just bow in this whole goddamn thing? It's just 5 minutes. Yeah, right. 5 minutes, 5 minute TV series. Like, it's over with.
Well, they need 20 minutes at 10 episodes.
And it's only the physical powers he can do. Like he can become Cyclops. He can't do the optic blast.
Right.
Okay.
So
I just want to go dark rogue real quick. I'm going rogue on the show.
Hey. I love it.
Same sugar.
This scene. They have Nightcrawler there.
But I did like the way that this was shot because, or like framed or whatever.
All wanted to do. Is this who we are now?
I like that question.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? Before I go on with the rest of the scene, what do you think about that? I was like, we've had this moment, we've crossed a threshold, you know what I mean? And also, she killed a bunch of more people in the military bases.
No, just boo-boos.
Like, she smashed 2 tanks on top of each other until the other tank looked like a pancake.
Yeah,
they were drones.
Or something like that.
They were drones.
They were drones.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
Like in Arkham City, it's okay. They're all drones.
They did it. They were doing. She did a Star Wars.
She killed so many people. And then she just drops this one nigga. I mean, I guess they don't know how many people she's killed before they get there, but
they know about at least one.
They don't one now. I'm gonna let this play real quick.
That maniac killed Remy and thousands of people on Genosha. That rotten piece of scum put a good man, my man.
Oops.
Yo. That shit was serious right there.
Yeah. Like that. Like I really like
moment.
how quickly it changed before you can even really get used to what just happened. Something crazy immediately happens after.
Immediately.
But to your point or like your question, like I really like that moment because even though we do get this moment where we realize that dude isn't dead. Comic books do this thing a lot where there's like sort of fake out death, or sci-fi doesn't fake out death.
What's the drunk Banthas rule, Alex?
Nobody
Nerds at night rule.
Nobody, no death.
That's
like
it.
Like if you don't see a body, like they're probably gonna show up in a couple episodes.
Cartoon, television show. Look at Bantaro. We didn't even talk about Bantaro last.
Yeah.
Came out with the rope, pulled the boat out the water.
Yeah, he did some stuff.
He's a widower.
But I think that this moment is very similar to like sort of like Infinity War, where in the sense where like
it's just like Infinity. No,
like the snap in Infinity War, like even though everybody gets brought back to life, there's still like trauma that's made that's left after the decision of the snap. Like people still have to deal with all the shit that happened in that 5 years. And in this, like, even though Rogue let this guy drop, and even though he turns out to be this fucking weird human sentinel, he is like, we still have to deal with the decision that she made. Like Kurt says, or like Morph says, is this who we are now? It's like, are we people who just kill for vengeance?
Like, you remember all that progress you just made with the UN? Oops.
Yeah, that's all down the toilet. Like Kurt, do you feel like that they're going to address this later? Do you feel like this changes Rogue or changes the way the X-Men see Rogue?
Well, yes, to all of it. I think that the X-Men are going to defend her. I think they're going to struggle with defending her. And I think that there's going to be a point where we see the UN, like, she tore through. Oh, look at that, Diet Coke. They're never out of Diet Coke. They're going to be where the UN's just going to be like, she went off like a one-woman army. Like, this is your entire point was, oh, it's okay, we're not going to do what she just did. She ignored all sovereignty of all nations. She killed a dude. And like, yeah, guess what? UN ain't happy with you anymore.
Yeah, like that changed the whole game. Man.
That's a great line of thought. I mean, I hadn't thought about it, but like, I hadn't thought about that mostly because I'm kind of out on the government being involved, really, because they don't know what's going on. And I have a theory that the blonde lady that works at the UN is Mystique.
Interesting. Awesome. I like that theory.
Because she literally, I think we definitely talked about this the day that like when we covered the episode where Magneto died and Gambit died. She was literally leading mutants one direction, telling them, go this way, and then niggas was dying.
Yeah, right.
You hate America if you
I love all of these.
Listen to Captain America. He knows.
He does. But yeah,
but that would be,
she was sending everybody in the wrong direction. They were all just getting shot. Everybody, she said, go this way. Bang, 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 bang. But it didn't recognize her as a mutant. That's why it didn't kill her. So who knows? Maybe it just recognizes her signature. But it's a theory. A lot of ways you can poke a hole into that. And don't say no euphemisms. Okay. I know.
Yeah, like that would be interesting. I really love that, just because I love Mystique as a character, and I'd love to see her come back.
Hasn't been in this series, so
she's my dad.
What?
She's your dad?
She could be his dad.
No. That's new canon.
Mystique, yeah.
Mystique is Nightcrawler's dad.
Like, oh yeah, that's
how? I thought you were saying like that's new canon for your life.
That's just
Mystique. Mystique duded up a dick and pumped into a woman and made a Nightcrawler.
Yeah. Instead of like her being the mom, she's the dad.
They pulled a South Park.
Yes, yeah. I just feel like Eric Cartman.
Oh, did South Park do that first, or Misfits do that first?
South Park.
Okay.
South Park it was like season 3, dude.
Yeah, South Park came out like 15 years before, and they did it
South Park's been on for hundreds of years. I don't know when that episode came out.
Alex, let's put it this way.
Yeah, dude.
South Park came out when I was in middle school.
Exactly.
And it was like season 3.
Yeah.
I didn't know what season it was. Like that's it was like it could have came out.
Definitely didn't do it during Misfits. It did it about 15 years before Misfits even had a script.
But yeah, let's see what happens next in this episode.
People are mad about which one. Highlights
about Mystique dicking it up.
Mystique now the daddy instead of the mom.
Yeah, because you know why they're mad about it? Because it's unnecessarily stupid.
Yeah,
like
of course.
What the fuck does that? First of all, none of that even mattered. 1, 2, why? 3, who asked for this? Nobody asked for this.
I mean, comics be doing who asked for this shit all the time. I feel like comic book writers
like
just
that.
get bored.
Not like that.
I can say
Batman's dick once, just like
2 words.
You say what?
First off,
they showed Batman's dick. Now let me ask you something, Alex. Did they make Batman's dick a pussy? That's what we talk about right now.
No, but they gave it a scar.
I'm just saying this is above and beyond. This has never happened before in comics. They took the dick and
do you guys want me to grab that issue?
And made it a dick.
I'd rather you not.
I'll say this. Comics doing things people never asked for. Hail Hydra. How about that one?
Oh yeah.
When they made Cap a sleeper agent. Fuck you.
Yeah, did anybody like
Cap's
that?
had some serious problems. He was a Skrull, he was a sleeper agent. Nigga got some issues.
Remember the time when Thor was a fucking frog? Like, comic books do weird shit all the time.
But so one more thing. The one thing I do wonder about with Rogue killing the dude is I'm wondering if we're gonna see the X-Men team start to internally fracture because of her decision. Morph was obviously like, what's going on?
I think to a certain degree, but we got Professor X coming back. So Professor X is definitely gonna come back and put everybody back in line and show everybody how to have compassion for each other and how to forgive themselves, and not only forgive others, but forgive themselves. So,
look how sad Nightcrawler is that you didn't sub.
He doesn't want you to end up like Gambit. Gambit didn't sub, and then he mysteriously died.
That's right. Well, remember we had curses. There's curses. We're cursed. If you don't subscribe, you're watching right now, and you don't subscribe, something like, I don't know which one of them we decided on, but it's probably involved poop because those were the funniest ones. So
I'll tell you what. I feel like lately there's more and more.
Why?
I feel like lately there's just more and more evidence that this is actually simulation theory. Jesus Christ.
I think one of the curses was if you fart, nobody can smell it. You're the only one who can't smell it
or hear it. You couldn't hear it.
Oh, that's not a curse.
And you can't. Yeah, you can't.
But then we turned it into like a supervillain power,
right?
The spleen.
Well, yeah, like now I can't smell it. I'm put.
Because it was like if everybody hears your fart, I was like, do they hear it all the time? Like no matter where they are, there's like the entire world they hear it. Like because I was like, I was terrorizing people at like 1 to 5 in the morning. Be like, give me $5 million. I'm gonna be farting all night. No one gets sleep.
See, I was thinking it's like the
I just drank a gallon of milk. New York.
Everyone gets a notification.
Good God
Terry just
Almighty.
farted.
Let me tell you something. You're a superhero. If you're a supervillain and your superpower is farting and you drink a whole bunch of milk, you don't like yourself.
Terry's arch enemy just carries a machine gun of lactate.
It's like worse than Bishop having to get
boys.
It's like worse than Bishop having to get shot by a blast to absorb the.
Oh yeah, right.
It's like I gotta get shot.
You have to actually.
The bottom quote.
Black Bolt.
Black Bolt, but farts.
Damn.
I'm a fart.
Black Bolt, but farts.
Oh, that's good.
They used to
that's
call me
really...
Thunderbolt. They used to call me Black Bolt. Oh my God.
Hey, we don't know that that's not his power. We don't really. Did they ever explain what Black Bolt's power is?
They absolutely did. It's when he speaks, his voice. Brown Bolt.
Wait, actually,
his voice creates shockwaves proportionately strong to how loud he talks.
No, I'm sorry. I was thinking about Super Volt, which is
it's
a completely different character.
Yeah.
Is that Super Bowl? 100% lightning in my pants.
In my pants.
Man, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law was a great show.
It's such a great show.
Better than Bird Girl or Bird Woman, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a better show for sure.
Check out Alex's love-hate relationship with it on the Bird Girl review.
Yeah, there's no love-hate. I just love it. I love Bird Girl. But I also love Harvey Birdman. They're just different shows. But
nigga, that's not how you don't shit on my teaser. let them go to find out what you think about
I
it.
didn't shit on
You
your
did.
teaser.
Well, Alex, what's the point in them going to see it now? You just told them how you feel
I
about
mean,
it.
it's a 7-minute video. I said 3 words.
They now know how you feel about it. I was like me knowing who won the Super Bowl. I don't need to watch who won if I already know who won.
But anyway, let's see. Yeah, at the end of this episode, yeah, you have like this clip pulled up. Cable arrives, defeats Trask, and explains that Sinister is working with a greater threat that they must stop. This threat is Bastion, who reveals to Sinister that Xavier is alive in space, and that Magneto is presumed dead in Genosha, who was presumed dead in the Genosha attack, is also alive and is Bastion's prisoner.
Sinister. You and the villains of old have been failing since '92 to squash these pests. What you would do is my roadmap for what not to do.
Damn, cuz.
The shade.
You shit on your whole goddamn existence. So yeah, we get clips here showing us that he's been spying on the Shi'ar. Now, how the absolute good goddamn fuck are you spying? He's stalking Professor X across the galaxy.
Yeah,
But
like that's
what I told you. Like his main power is like voyeurism. He is so goddamn creepy.
Guys, it's. Do you guys really don't understand? It's so obvious. The Patriot Act.
Oh yeah, the Patriot Act. You know,
that changed everything.
Someone left the laptop open. Yeah.
Homeland Security, man.
Well, no, this is pre 9/11.
Oh yeah, this is pre 9/11. Where's my
well done?
Where are my twin towers?
I mean, the Patriot Act was still around before then, but it wasn't as strong.
Can I just ask, because I'm not gonna go off.
Yeah, his eyebrows are on point. I agree.
I'm just curious, man. Why the fuck? What's the point in like his face not being shown at this point? Like,
yeah,
it's just dumb.
It's a weird choice because I don't think I would have recognized him if they did show his face, and I know his name, and I still don't know who he is. So,
was he in the original cartoon series?
He was not.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
so
technically
that's
he
the
is
thing.
because he's what do you call it? What's that damn robot's name? Not no, the other one.
R2D2.
Damn, what's his name? It's
Alpha 5.
It's not Master Mold. It's the one that comes after Master Mold. Master Mold creates
like the future one.
Yeah, the one that's like white and has the pink face.
Nimrod.
Nimrod. This is actually Nimrod. Nimrod gets blasted into the future. And
That's why there's all the pink behind him.
Yeah. Or I guess they say it's purple, but it's pink to me. So put it in the comments.
I'll
is it
give
pink
him
to you or is it
magenta at the
purple?
most.
Yeah, I don't think he's purple at all. Look, Sinister has on purple, right? Like, come on. Like, or is that midnight blue?
More of
What's
an
going on?
Okay.
I think it's more like blue. Deep
I thought it
blue
was mint
with
green.
red.
Y'all don't see mint green? No.
Oh god, this
But-
is the fucking dress again.
They keep him they keep him pretty they keep his face completely unseen until this scene here. I want to go through it quickly because we get the reveal that Magneto is still alive. Wearing the same clothes too. Like
music.
Goddamn, dog.
Kind of him, nice warm towel.
Opens pores, makes the flesh pliable. This way, once I have to get to work.
Very strange here.
Don't resist.
But we get we get the visual that he's got the collar on.
Look, yeah, the collar looks
Powers
exactly
being
like the
inhibited.
face.
I like how he goes through the efforts of like, hey, I'll give you this warm towel. It opens the pores, and makes it easier.
Nimrod's
But I'm not going to use shaving cream.
outfit looks exactly like Nimrod's face. Like
Yeah, that is true.
little push thing. That's his face.
Like his clavicle right there. He's even the eyes. Yeah.
And look, it even has like it's like laughing. It's creepy.
Yeah.
Little Frothy says, "Wow, there's a lot of phenomenal facial hair going on in this meeting." I don't know what she's talking about.
At first, I didn't know if she was talking about us or Sinister's douche tag.
Or was she talking about Magneto's?
Yeah, honestly, I thought that she was talking about Magneto.
No, we got the beards in here, man. We got the beards.
Nerds at Highlights says Magneto's getting a full facial, and to that I say rim shot. Sinister, get Sinister on these balls or subscribe.
Yeah, get these balls on your, get these Sinister balls on your head, cuz.
That does look like a Nerds at Night spirit bomb that he was creating.
Right.
Yeah, it's just Nerds at Night Kamehameha wave.
In 6 episodes, he's gonna throw it at you guys.
Kaioken, Nerds at Night.
Longest fight scene ever.
Kaioken's at night.
But yeah, this. I did think that this was like we all predicted that Magneto wasn't really dead.
Nobody
thought it was. I thought it was going to be one of those. Hey, time travel. He's alive again.
Well, that's what we were reserving for Gambit.
Gambito,
Remy.
Yeah. So, do you guys still think there's going to be an X-Men Endgame
Man,
episode?
a bitch just sneezed so
where
loud
they go back
I just heard it right now.
Wait, what?
A bitch just sneezed so loud outside I could hear it. That was wild. God bless you to that young lady.
Sneezes are very powerful.
I need to roll a blunt on that one.
Yeah, like Kurt, do you think that we're gonna get an X-Men Endgame episode where they go back in time and save all the
back in time? Anytime somebody says back in time, I think of the Huey Lewis.
Huey Lewis and the Lose. Me too. Yeah.
Huey Lewis and the Lose.
Huey Lewis.
It's one of those. I think this episode makes it even more that they have to, because again, Rogue. Even if they don't know that Rogue, murdered a dude into becoming a sentinel man.
Sentinel man. I like it.
I mean, she's still very on video attacked a U.S. Armed Forces holding site. The only way the X-Men have really any they need time to be reversed to undo the UN damage that was done here. And if they don't do it that way, the only other thing I can kind of see is, can Apocalypse raise the dead? I don't remember. But I know that at one point, Gambit becomes the Horseman of Death.
You said at some point, Cable did
Gambit.
Oh,
Gambit becomes the Horseman of Death.
Yeah, one of the 4 Horsemen for Apocalypse.
That's right.
So I could also see them using Apocalypse to bring him back. And then as we know,
that's kind of what I figured they were gonna do.
Yeah, and all the Horsemen can get cured and be okay and be good people again.
They can just fight and resist his hatred. He uses hate as an ingredient, kind of like a little bit stolen, maybe retconned from
Powerpuff Girls. Yeah,
when Kirby came back to Marvel from DC.
Yeah,
and he, took the what's his name?
The
Dark Side. Dark Side
Dark
thing is the negative energy or whatever. What is it called?
The anti-life
equation. Yeah,
it's one of my favorite 3-word phrases in all time. I love the anti-life.
I gotta tell you,
shit that don't mean nothing.
It don't mean nothing, but I feel like that should be the name of a fucking Wu-Tang album or something. It's just so. I love
maybe
I'll be honest, that'd be
Drunk Banthas album, the anti-life equation.
I'll tell you what. And if you like Dark Side, Tom King wrote a fantastic 12-part series for Mr. Miracle just a couple years ago. Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Dark Side also sounds like a porn star's name.
Darkseid is.
So does Mr. Miracle, honestly.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Mr. Miracle's more like it's ambiguous. You could be a professional wrestler too.
Mr. Miracle sounds like a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we also already got the porn they star in, The New Gods.
Both of those guys can be in. Yeah, no. That's just
Big
amazing.
Barda.
That even sounds like a group of wrestlers. Like, you come on down, brother. We're the New Gods.
Yeah.
Orion is definitely a wrestler's name.
There's never been a problem amongst the New Gods. Not until Big Bertha wanted
We're
to
gonna
come
take you down
in.
in New Genesis. We're gonna take you down on Apocalypse. It doesn't matter for the new god.
I'll tell you what, Orion and Forager.
Alex, I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah.
What do you feel about Cyclops and Jean Grey discovering a dead body in a kid's television show? Oh yeah.
that was an interesting moment. Yeah, it was like pretty morbid seeing them like actually find a dead body.
Hey, want to see a dead body? for all you boys in the hood fans out there.
And the whole scene, even like what happens later upon like their discovery of one of the survers, has kind of implications for their relationship going on.
I'm gonna play it real quick. I just want to play this.
Called that last week, right?
Was it you?
Yeah, boy.
I don't think it was me.
No, it was me because I love the Cyclops and Frost. I keep wanting to think.
I'll be honest, man. When I was watching it, I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be Emma Stone."
That she was alive.
Yeah,
he just
that's what I'm saying.
predicted that she was alive. Yeah, because he also predicted that they go get together. And I was like, no, I don't think that's what happened.
I think he predicted alive and second mutation.
He did. Diamond he said powers. that diamond powers because they never did it before. But I just want to show this because this is attention to detail. And this is a Boda Mayo thing, and I do want to go back to Boda Mayo a little bit more before we move on to something else after I show this clip here. See that?
Wait, why was he about to shoot?
I don't know. You know what? That's a good question. I don't know.
Careful, there might be survivors.
Yeah, careful.
Yeah, he was ready.
Careful, I might have to kill one of these motherfucking survivors. Maybe
they come back as
maybe there's like because there were sentinels being dropped down from the big bug larva sentinel thing.
Okay, so you're saying maybe that's what they're sensing under there?
Yeah, no, I'm saying maybe they're like maybe he's ready to shoot just in case there's like a broken sentinel or something down there. But they're looking for survivors, like you mentioned, and this is when they find some not survivors. And I was just wondering, y'all could comment on that if you like, but I just wanted to point it out because it's extremely like unnecessary detail for them to show you that like they just found dead bodies.
Yeah, it was a nice little visual cue that you could see them like covering their nose. Yeah.
Scott with sentinels he does not abide.
But sorry, we couldn't see that because I was changing the screen. But excuse me.
One of my favorite panels. Yeah.
Right? Where he just reads the entire page, taking out that fucking sentinel.
Right. And I was like, why didn't that just happen? But but you know, he wasn't at Genosha, so so he couldn't just blast everybody away type shit.
But can we also say, like, real quick side note, why wasn't the leader of the X-Men at the hey, here's our big opening ceremony ball?
They were doing the little interviews thing, trying to do the fluff piece.
Yeah,
which he did real well there too.
Right, yeah, he just cussed the bitch out.
But anyway, sorry. But you were trying to point out the real gruesome scene.
Oh no, I was just pointing out that attention to detail, the small attention to detail, like dead body. They never say dead body. They never do anything. Like Jean starts having the feelings about there being so many. Basically, she says it's going to be a lot of ghosts on this island. Is haunted. She said this island is haunted with mutant ghosts.
Yeah, right.
This is going to be the worst. This is going to be the worst fucking place to visit ever. In 50 years, they're going to try to put a fucking resort there because they'll be like, oh, nobody remembers that. And everybody's going to get killed by fucking crazy mutant ghosts.
It's a future horror movie.
That's one thing.
Somebody get a Great Dane and a bunch of fucking beatniks. We got to solve some shit here.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where the fuck are you?
Best episode of Supernatural, by the way.
Best episode of Supernatural.
I think I might have tapped out by that point.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite episodes is when they get ready for the apocalypse to go back in time and the nigga says, get toilet paper.
Right.
That's my advice. I don't want to spoil nothing for you because you're from the past, but get toilet paper. But go ahead. What are you gonna say? You probably gonna say
it's not gonna be say anything. No, it's not gonna be anything important.
Oh, okay.
I just want to say Sterling. That was the first thing that I saw Sterling K. Brown in was Supernatural, and I remember thinking this nigga is a terrible actor. but then later he did so much better work. I don't know why he was so bad in that episode, but
even the second episode he's in, he's like, "Oh, you took some lessons."
It's like, "Oh, you got better. Oh, good for you, Sterling."
Man, what was I about to say?
We're about to talk about how she was reacting to the dead bodies and like the ghosts.
No, I already talked about that. But no, I'm glad y'all keep reminding me of that because it just brings me back because that's my Bo DeMaio point. And apparently Bo DeMaio was saying that these Bastion, because we didn't want to talk about anything spoilery, but apparently Bastion has been seen throughout the entire series. He says he's been in plain sight.
Oh shit!
The entire series, and we just haven't noticed him. There's a scene in X-Men episode 5. Is it 4 or 5 where Genosha gets blown up?
I think it's 5. It's 5.
5?
No, it's 6. It's 6. So,
this was 7, so 5.
5, yeah.
Because last episode was what the fuck? Yeah. You go from that to side stories, you dick.
So in the scene where the scene where they're dancing in the little ballroom area or whatever,
right? Was he in the dance? Was he in
there's
the
a scene, there's a spot where Magneto looks up. Mm-hmm. And I guess he's looking, I can't remember. I think he's looking up at Rogue. And then they go to a clip and you see a guy at the balcony or a banister, and you just see the top of his forehead. And he's clearly purple. And knowing what we know now, that dude.
What if he's not actually in the rest of the series and it's just hey, let's get some ratings on some past episodes up?
I don't know, maybe, but he has, it's Bo DeMaio, so he doesn't really have a reason to do it.
No.
At this point, I don't want to show somebody else's shit. But I'm just trying to see if I can find it. But yeah, he's in the war room scene at the first episode or second episode. He is in this picture with Forge. There's a photo of Forge when we first met. He's in a picture with him holding on to him, but you can't see his face. Yeah, there's a bunch of moments that he's in there. And Bo put this on his Twitter that these moments exist. So they really exist, and people have only found out a few. So the few that I've mentioned, I'm interested now to go back and look and see if there's any of them that I may have missed beyond that.
Yeah, it's clearly this showrunner had a deep love for this story and this lore, and he really had a lot of plans for the overarching story for this series. And
I feel like it's I met black gay comic book geek who in a different parallel universe who actually wrote these episodes. You know what I'm saying?
What if you gave black gay comic book geek the keys to the X-Men?
I thought I was a fucking huge nerd about this show. I've watched the show since the show went off and the internet had good enough streaming. I have been watching bootleg uploads of X-Men animated series once a year. I find it somewhere. I binge it. And same thing with Spider-Man. Same thing with a few other shows. But until Disney Plus came around and changed my whole life for the better. No, but seriously, they got me two things that I wanted that I didn't have to go fucking steal on the internet for anymore. X-Men and Spider-Man. They put them on the same fucking streaming service. I love it. And Bo DeMaio has put a level of attention. Like, what's up? That's Buddha Cafe. What up, Buddha? Yeah, the Bo DeMaio put so much detail into a story that, like, I just in preparation for this show, I watched every single 92 episode all the way through to season 5, which let me tell you something. Season 5 is it's a panic attack to try to get through that. But I watched all of them, and Bodemayo watched all of them too. Not just watch all of them. I feel like he was one of those people who did the same thing I did. Find it on bootleg somewhere. No, you know what? He didn't find it on bootleg. He downloaded it, burned it on where he wanted to, because man, there's some details
he
that
got
you
him at
just
Walmart.
don't
He
need.
did exactly what I did. He saw him like $5. I got him at Walmart because I did that years ago. Then I found each one of the seasons on DVD.
Yeah, like he definitely like has a deep love for that original series, and he has a we found out that he did write season 1 and 2, so there is like more going forward, and it's probably going to tie into a lot of stuff that
$20 Walmart. That's what Walmart does. They just take shows you loved as a kid.
I think that would have been crazy if you all of a sudden at the bottom it said created by Bodemayo. I'd have been like, fuck.
It's like, is this a big reveal now? I didn't realize. But yeah, like, do you guys think that any of these like sort of plot lines are going to carry over into the next season, or do you think this is going to get kind of wrapped up in this season?
No, all plot lines get carried over into the next season. There is no, this season's about this season's about that type situation. All of the seasons, like, what's the first season? It's about the time travel situation with Bishop. Can't remember. Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
They do like 2 Days of Future Past episodes, stop doing those, do a few other episodes, pick back up with Days of Future Past in that, then pick up with the, Kill Professor X series, going back in time shit, Nimrod shit, more Cable stuff. Then they go back again, like, you know what I'm saying? Then they start back from the present again, and they work their way up to, they build up to really dope things that are dope events that are going to happen, just like in the comic books. You have a bunch of comics that nothing happen, and then boom, 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 it goes down, and like for like 4 more comics, right? It's like watching Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, exactly. X-Men has always been very soap opera-y, and I'm excited to see how like the story continues throughout this season, and then the next season, and see how it all ties together. But we still got 3 episodes to go in this. It's all going to come together like butt cheeks. But
not just 3 episodes, but I mean, it's a trilogy. Yeah, it's a 3-parter.
It's a 3-parter, right? Yeah, I saw the title for these.
Yeah,
very cool, very cool. But yeah, before we get out of here, I guess we should
Are we gonna get out of here before 4 hours in?
Yes, yeah, we're gonna make break time. But Producer T, where can the people? Producer T, where the people can find you on the interwebs?
Well,
you should definitely go to my Instagram. You can find me at tpensco, where you get some of these real awesome. Oh, I'm going wrong.
There it is.
You're socially.
Oh, it describes us.
Well, that was a good pin for that. Or you can be part of the. Come on, damn it!
Come on, camera, focus.
Come on. There we go. Mysterious News Club.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys can check out
all available on site.
All available on site. You guys can check out the link in the video description. Kurt Wagner, where can the people find you on the interwebs? Oh shit! Hey, what's up?
Oh hey guys, what's up? Y'all ready to stream?
We're just getting started, man.
Internet Explorer.
Hell yeah! I was just out back hanging out. You guys have a good backyard, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh, thank you. There's plenty of space.
We haven't cleaned up dog poop in a while, so hopefully you didn't track anything into the house.
A lot of glass. I had to break through the window, so a lot of glass and a lot of dog poop.
Okay.
But now there's just a nice breeze.
Mm-hmm.
It is very wonderful here.
Going to draft in the smell.
Exactly.
Very wonderful. In
I feel like you guys just wrote a very disgusting haiku.
Oh,
I want to
say
and dog shit.
I want to say happy belated birthday to my friend Ashley Box. Since we're at the end here, and what else was I about to say? I was going to say something else, but shout out to y'all who I didn't shout out that I probably said I was going to shout out. So shout out to y'all too.
Yeah.
Nine, did you watch X-Men's?
Nope.
Look,
or Shōgun.
That was his opinion on both of those things right there. But Jeff,
good shows though, really good shows.
Kurt Wagner.
Yes.
Waar kan de FIFA find you?
Well, first off, dog poop, broken glass. The Banthas' backyard is sad. They should clean that shit.
A beautiful haiku.
A beautiful haiku. I love that poem.
I want that haiku in the background of that samurai taking a shit with his legs crossed on a t-shirt.
That made me happy. Well, to answer your earlier question, you can find me on Skype, Don Cheadle's Driveway at littledickie2.com. It's because of the hackers.
Yeah.
You can try and find Jeff Madel on Facebook at MadelJeff on Instagram. But as usual, the easiest place to find me, hanging out here with the Drunk Banthas every Monday night.
That's right. You never gonna have a problem finding him, unless you're on Twitter, I guess.
Yeah. Not on Twitter.
You guys watch the show From? No, I have not.
We have not, but you know what? You know what? Pull it up, Alex, because Buddha Cafe, excuse me, I'm so disrespectful. I'm gonna tell you a secret, man.
Oh shit.
Can't hear ya.
I'm about to take over the world when it comes to TV shows, because we're about to be covering this week on the Bantha Bunch. We're covering, was it Baby Reindeer Baby?
Baby Reindeer.
Baby Reindeer.
No, it's actually Reindeer Baby.
You watched the wrong show.
Yeah, Baby Reindeer, Alex. Stop being disrespectful.
I just like the idea of a New Orleans rapper named Reindeer Baby.
What about them season 2? Some people have been talking about that.
Well, I have to watch. Look, this
what is season 1?
I can't watch. Exactly.
Okay,
I can't watch in 2 days. I cannot watch 2 seasons.
Well, yeah, heads up. From is also in
and they also dropped the full thing, I think. Maybe. Yeah.
Does no one have faith in shows anymore?
From is dropping their third season. From is dropping their third season in 2024. It's had 2 seasons on Netflix so far. I did see the first season of them and was infuriated about how I hated that show so much.
Did you watch it like I watched Umbrella Academy?
Othelius is also on my time. We were hanging out in the backyard actually when I showed up too, and he's just coming out
later. Derek, Bill, we
just finish this
also
blunt real quick, and then I'll come inside.
Bill, also, My Hero Academia, May 4th. You got to watch. You only got to catch up on 7 seasons. You're good, man.
Yeah, look, exactly.
With them,
y'all be wilding with these.
With them, it says a black family moves from North Carolina to an all-white Los Angeles neighborhood in 1953.
Alex hated
their idyllic home becomes ground zero for malevolent forces.
I will say this about them: I've seen the clip with the Coon Man, the fucking dude.
Is that an actual character?
He's not necessarily called the Coon Man,
like
but
a
that's
minstrel
basically his
man.
name.
Yeah,
He like,
dude, he is the creepiest character. That Jeff,
you
want to be really uncomfortable if you like horror. I'm just saying, you like horror shit, thriller shit. This one scene is just worth that watch. It's probably a 10-minute scene.
Is that the guy that? What the fuck
Yes.
is Mr. Popo doing here?
Yeah, go watch this shit.
Like
this is like if Mr. Popo was.
What's going on with first generation Pokemon Jinx?
This you know what, maybe I
this
should watch
character
second
is
season
so
of them
evil.
so I could say how much I hated the first.
Yeah, Mr. Popo was the one causing all the problems.
Is so evil. He's actually okay, Mr. Popo, and him got a lot going on.
No, this guy right here is nothing like Mr. Popo. This guy right here is fucking frightening. I don't know if y'all have seen it or not, but that.
I watched season 1. I was going to check out season 2 at the
My mom watched
request
it.
of Film Age. He said season 2 was actually pretty good.
Okay, well,
I'll give it a try just as out of curiosity. But
you really don't have much to talk about this summer,
Alex. I want you to watch it just because I want to know, on a scale of 1 to Halo, how does this one go from first season to second?
I would love to see a regular gay tournament.
That's like the new gold standard.
We should do that,
and that would be interesting. And I do want to say shout outs to the friend of the show, Morbid Zoo. She did make a video about boot.
Can we take this picture off?
You want Mr. Popo inside?
She did make a video about
sure.
She did make a video about shows like them and other shows that have like problematic representation, and like they're trying to do a Jordan Peele,
like
but
Pokemon.
They don't
right.
They don't.
She shout out more Razoosh because she just did a stream about reaching 100,000 subscribers coming up.
Damn.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Congrats to Morbid Zoo.
We're gonna have to do our one of those, in like 2 maybe.
I want Morbid Zoo to come on the show one time, just like this.
Well, she's hard to pin down, but we've tried to get her on the live a few times. But we've had her on our live. We've had her on our live once before covering The Last of Us, and we definitely talked to her recently, and she's definitely going to come back on for that.
Actually, spoilers. Just so you guys know, we have a Does It Hold Up episode with Morbid Zoo coming out, where we're talking about Mad Max, the 1979 version, in celebration of the new.
That's fucking awesome.
Pretty awesome.
I've been addicted to her content lately, and I've learned a lot about her. Like I think she's like going through her doctorate program, so I can understand why. It's kind of impressive that she even drops videos.
Yeah, she's super smart. Like much like how I met U9, like I was a huge fan of her channel and reached out to her, and she was kind enough to reach out. And
she hung out.
We hung out.
We've hung out several times now.
I've exclusively only seen bad movies with her. Like every time we go to see a movie, it turns out to be terrible. And she's like,
we went to go see that Adam Driver movie.
Oh yeah, the 65. We saw 65.
Lord have mercy.
Oh my god,
what a terrible sequel to 42.
65 million years ago.
42.
Yeah, 65 million years ago.
That's so interesting because like it's not like you would think that the title is dated of the year that is, but it's actually just dated from like 65 million years ago, right?
It's a dog shit title for
in a million years you're going to have to rename it 66.
The better title is 65 million years ago. Right? The better title is 65 million years ago. But if you say that, you ruin the entire fucking ending for this movie. And
they did that in the trailer.
I thought that was the trailer.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
No.
That's all I know.
No. This is why it's not, because you don't think that this is Earth. They do not distinguishingly make this seem like this is Earth in the trailer. So
bro, that's just a fucking Are You Afraid of the Dark story.
You asked the question. I am here just delivering answers. I'm not trying to make this movie make sense. The movie didn't make any sense.
The Does It Hold Up we're all waiting for.
Oh yeah, one day it's coming.
Surf Ninjas.
You gotta.
What? No, he's talking about this one.
Yeah. I'm saying
you gotta say it. There's people who are listening.
Oh yes, for your listening audiences, we're talking about Surf Ninjas. Othelius Maximus said in the chat, I thought that was finna be a Turok live action for a second.
That would have been dope.
That would have
by
been
the
really
way,
cool.
Othelius, I don't know if you heard me earlier. I shouted you out because SD Signifier shouted you out in his most recent video on Kid and Play and Industry Plants.
Is there any way I can find that quickly?
It's the first like I said, it's gonna be on his most recent videos that he just put out. It's gonna be within like maybe the first hour or like right after the first hour. Something like that. He shouted him out. It might be timestamped.
So the exposing
it's about
exposing hip hop.
No, it's about industry plans, but it's not
hip hop's
it's more of
industry plans.
It's more of a clickbaity thing, but yeah, that's
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
But like that's it, right? This is
this is it.
Screen.
This is it. Yes, sir. This is it. He
like right at the end he does that.
No, it was somewhere in the middle almost. It seems like because he was talking about niggas who be like on his head about certain shit or like their comment. He's like, Othelius Maximus is probably gonna get on me on this one. He said, shout out to Othelius Maximus because I was like, oh shit. I wonder if has seen this yet. He's gonna be like, because he shouted out him and Prim Hood Cinema. So that's why I wanted to give him a shout out because I was watching that shit and I was like, oh, this nigga be on other people's heads too, not just you know what I'm saying. He be on the funny shit in the comments on everybody else's shit too. So he's a prolific YouTube commenter.
I'm just hoping that I get lucky here.
All right. Well, while you guys are looking for that, I'm gonna call it.
All right. Yeah, man. Thank you, Kurt Wagner. Bamf out of here.
Anytime. I'll bamf my way in another week or some shit. I don't know. Bye.
Hey.
Bamf.
Okay, that kind of just leaves you guys because my camera died.
Well, 9. You want to tell people where they can find you?
Oh no, not really.
Okay.
Bye.
Peace out, though.
Nite says, I don't want you to find me anywhere.
Yeah, he said nowhere.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Is that new?
That's a new drop.
Yeah, that's new.
Othelius laughing, man. Shout out to Othelius. Shout out to Buzz Cafe. Shout out to Lord Slug, man, and shout out to Drew. Shout out to you, Drew. You're a fucking weird person. Shout out to Cisco. Shout out to Nerds at Night. Shout out to 9 Nerd Yards. Shout out to Drunk Banthas. Shout out to Nerds.
Shout out to the NerdsatHighlights too.
That's what I was about to say. Sure,
new channel.
Yeah, man. Go
that's
over there.
Going to be coming up, and we're going to be making sure that drops segmented videos, starting with Rebel Moon, the end of Shogun, series finale Shogun, and then also the X-Men 97 clips.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you guys for listening to the Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, but don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, Letterboxd, likewise, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little mutants, and may the force be with you.
Get on out of here, nerds.
Brr.